This episode of the Buffalonian podcast is brought to you by the Buffalonian division of the CastSource Podcast Network, a podcast network built by Buffalonians for Buffalonians, featuring the shows such as the Goat Heads podcast and the Buffalonian podcast. We cover Bills, Sabres, and more, with more shows on the way very soon. And the CastSource Podcast Network covers many genres, including sports, business, mental health, marketing, and entertainment, featuring the podcast shows such as Sports Bring People Together, Limitless, Saviors of the Metaverse, and The Athletic Mindset. Learn more at castsource.com/podcast. And without further ado, let's get into the Bills, Sabres, hot takes, trivia, and more of the Buffalonian podcast. All right, let's go.
We are back with the Buffalonian podcast. I'm Joe Callie, and as always, I'm joined by Dom Moss and Mike Marino. We are here with the 2023 NFL Draft Special. It's very exciting. It's finally here after months and months of waiting. We're really looking forward to getting started with this. We're just we're going to be your guide through it, if you will. We're not going to take any flack away here from the ABC Sunday game day or whatever, college game day crew or anything along those lines. But as the picks come in, we'll pop on, give our thoughts. But basically, we're here for the Bills' first pick. If you gentlemen want to chime in on anything? What are we feeling going into this right now? I mean, let's refresh who's the first pick. Whether or not it's a trade back, who's the first person picked by the Buffalo Bills?
Well, it all depends on how the board falls. It's kind of hard to predict who will be there.
Well, who did we say the other day?
But if the board falls a certain way and they lean receiver, Zay Flowers from Boston College is a good pick. Josh Downs, though, slot receiver from the University of North Carolina, but he's more of a second-round player. So at that point, they might trade back, depending on how the board falls. But it's a wait-and-see process at pick 27. So it's exciting.
Yeah. Mike?
No, I still say offensive line. I said DeJuan Jones the other day. Maybe if for some reason like a Paris Johnson were to fall, Darnell Wright, I really think they're just going to target that offensive line to kind of restructure that, because we saw how it was kind of a weak point last season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm on an O-line with you, Cyrus Torrance. I would love to see. But as Dom said, it's a waiting game to see how the board actually falls and what happens. So, I know Tom, to plug Dom's brother Jeremy. We're hoping if D-Hop comes down, we've got something special planned. So we're hoping for DeAndre Hopkins. I get that's the big news that could happen. That could come out of a trade back. That would be something really exciting. So we're hoping that happens. But for right now, we're going to step aside, I think, unless anyone else wants to add anything for now.
No, he's dropping his phone.
And Dom's face down phone cracked on the ground. But we're going to step aside for a little bit. And as the draft begins, we'll pop on, give our thoughts of what's going on at the time, and we'll be right there more frequently starting towards the Bills pick. So feel free to comment on wherever you're watching too. If you have any questions or, what happened, you missed it, we'll be able to tell you and whatnot. So 27th pick, Buffalo Bills. We'll be right here for it. Maybe picking later. The off chance they pick earlier, I don't know. It could go anywhere. It's draft day. It's exciting. The first round's about to begin, but we bid you adieu for now, and we will be back shortly with you here on the Buffalonian Podcast 2023 NFL Draft Day Special.
Go Bills. I'll go into depth though.
We are back. And Roger Goodell.
Yes, 1 for 1.
Bryce Young, number 1 pick.
No surprise right here so far.
1 for 1. Joe's 0 for 1.
I'm 0 for 1 as we speak. But yes, Bryce Young is the number 1 overall pick. The number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft.
Okay, can I just say something? What is this random fact?
Born in the same hospital as Kobe Bryant. Yeah, I mean, that's
That's
just,
so random.
I mean,
Does that mean he's going to be great?
I don't
How many people were born in that hospital?
I mean, if you want to look up that hospital.
Like, that's such a random fact.
I mean, you gotta respect it, kind of. Oh, they have a little, like, hotel area.
Yeah,
That's
I
kinda
mean-
cool.
probably not a surprise to many that he was the first pick. But
Panthers think they got their quarterback for the future. Do you think he's a franchise QB?
he's definitely a candidate to be a great franchise quarterback.
What a
He's-
job
whoa.
that is to just open the door.
The doorman. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of pieces already put together for a QB. So
Do you think Carolina they have to address that wide receiver though?
You have what picks?
Maybe I that's the thing. You got to address it somehow.
Adam Thielen?
Yeah, come
Maybe
Laviska
something.
Shenault?
I do have to wonder, like, were they that? I wonder how, like, you're never gonna know this question, but answer probably, but like, how sold were they when they traded all those picks for Young?
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Because it seemed like they were on Stroud for the longest time, but
Yeah,
yeah, Bryce Young.
it's all
Number
about
10.
size. He's gonna be one of the shortest quarterbacks, smallest quarterback, probably the smallest quarterback in the NFL.
him or
So-
Kyler.
Yeah, but Kyler's like he's built like
He's a tank, but he's
like,
small.
He's built like a tank, right?
Yeah. All right, what do we project the next pick to be?
Well, number
I'm
2
I'm
pick.
thinking Will Anderson.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's either gonna be Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson.
You need one.
I'll go Will Anderson.
I'm gonna say it's an edge. I think they're gonna I think Houston's gonna be weird passing quarterbacks. I think they think they're gonna be a top 2 pick next year, and they're gonna get one of the 2 studs next year.
Alrighty. Well, the Houston Texans are now on the clock with 5 minutes and 43 seconds, and we are going to step aside until that pick is in, and we'll be joining with you back here soon on the Buffalonian podcast. All right, we're back. The Texans pick is in. Dom wanted to come back a little early because he has something to say.
Yeah, watch your phones. Because when Bryce Young was selected, I looked at my phone right when the selection happened, and I got like a Bleacher Report like 3 minutes ago.
It's extremely delayed.
Turn off Bleacher Report notifications.
Even if you're not streaming, we're watching it on satellite right now in cable. It's really.
It's better than last year though.
It's better. Last year was bad. We didn't even get to like look. We knew who the Bills' pick was. Roger Goodell's on the stage. Here we go. Wow, CJ Stroud. Okay, so we did not hit on that pick.
Wow.
So
what are some thoughts here, gentlemen? You sound speechless.
People saying they're gonna pick a DE.
Yeah.
So,
I guess my question is this: was this QB2 on their board or QB1 on their board? And if so, how much do they regret winning that game against Indianapolis?
sure.
Because they would have number one pick. If this guy's quarterback 2 on their board, they had Young 1.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Listen, it's one of those questions that are unanswered. No one's going to answer for you.
No, unfortunately not. But I mean, you can see a quarterback being a big need for them. So I don't see this as a
Case Keenum's there.
Case Keenum,
Davis Mills,
General Mills. I don't know about that one, but this is not what any of us were expecting. It's quiet here.
Well, I think the smokescreen all week was that they weren't going to pick a quarterback, and then it would make some kind of sense because they thought they were going to be bad next year. There's 2 generational quarterbacks coming out. There's 2 quarterbacks that are better than any of the top quarterbacks in this class coming out.
Yeah.
So if they were just going to punt and kind of, I don't know, well, tank is the right word, but it's kind of hard to tank in the NFL.
I mean, I liked your point of maybe that they figured they'd be bad next year, so you get Caleb Williams in May. But
I still think they're going to be bad.
no, they. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's my point. Who are they?
Also that division is kind of wide open.
I guess are they thinking this is going to be like a Joe Burrow one year and then Jamar Chase next year? They're going to pick Marvin Harrison on the top of the draft next year.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess that tells you what.
I don't know if I trust
scores.
Ohio State quarterbacks though.
Do you trust Bama quarterbacks?
Neither that though.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting pick. Arizona will soon be on the clock.
We will have to pay attention because Arizona might trade back.
They might.
They are not going to draft a quarterback, I don't think.
No?
Well,
they got Kyler Murray. You're right. Yeah. Arizona's on the clock. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Predictions here.
They trade.
I say if they keep the pick, it's Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson. If they trade the pick, it's obviously Will Anderson.
If they keep the pick, it's Jalen Carter.
I'd have to agree with Mike on this one. Jalen Carter.
Edge. I'm going to say they go edge.
You think?
If they trade the pick, it's going to be Will Levis.
All right. Those are your predictions with 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Might be less if they just get the pick in like the Texans did. But we're going to step aside once again, and we'll soon be right back with the Buffalonian Podcast Draft Special. So stay where you are. Thanks for watching. And we are back. Some breaking trade news. The Arizona Cardinals traded the pick to the Houston Texans, so they got 2 picks in a row, and their pick is in. So
I don't understand this at all. The Texans have the Texans have the 12th overall pick. They're obviously going to select the number 1 edge, but who are you hopping? You're hopping Indianapolis, who's probably going to pick a quarterback. Maybe they're going to pick Jalen Carter here because they think Seattle's going to take him.
No, they're hopping Arizona.
Yeah.
Maybe thought Arizona would take him.
This could be.
They're going to trade D-Hop.
We need to see.
Maybe.
We need to see what the pick is.
They obviously traded 12 and something else, but they went up 9 spots. I mean, Carolina traded 8 spots to go from 9 to 1. You got to think it's obviously it's not exactly perfect. It's not the number 1 overall pick, but they had to give up some futures. They might have given up a future first year.
Let's see.
All right,
I don't understand it.
We got to see. We got to see. This will be interesting.
I don't know. Were they scared that some other team was going to trade up to 3 to draft their number 1 edge player? I don't know.
Maybe Roger Goodell is currently taking the stage, so now we await the announcement. Boom. Dom's throwing his arms in the air.
Like, I don't understand. I'm trying to look to see if
We got to figure this out.
I don't understand. I don't understand this move at all. But whatever. This is why the Texans are drafting at the top. To quote Mel Kiper, this is why the Texans are drafting. Like, Will Anderson's a good player. Like, they really could have drafted him at 2 and they would have been fine. But I don't understand. I guess we have to see what kind of trade they gave up. But why would I just?
What do you think it could be though? Like, that's where I'm curious about.
Well, do they think they're going to compete in the AFC South? Like, do you think it's open now because Tennessee might take a step back? Indianapolis is in like no man's land.
I mean, maybe.
Do they not think the Jags are all that good? But I think the Jags are going to get better. Do they think CJ Stroud's immediately going to lead this team to success? I guess the Marvin Harrison Jr. Selection next year might be out of the board because they might have just traded their first round pick.
I think we got to stick around here before we head to our little recess and see what exactly happened, because if you had told me going in the Texans would have the 2nd and 3rd pick, especially for that. Okay.
I just go back to the scouts that were saying the top 5 next year would be the top 5 this year. So I don't know.
This is just okay. Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
I mean, they're probably going to pick Levis Richardson.
You think? Who do you think they pick? Let's just say that now. Then let's get that out of the way. Levis. Okay, I'm on that.
They traded the draft pick was they traded for 3 and 105 to Houston for 12, 33, a 2024 first, and a 2024 third.
Houston gave all that up
to go up to 3 and get 105.
Interesting.
They traded their first in 2024?
That's tough.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
Like, I'll say it again. Will Anderson, best defensive player in the draft. Top 5 consensus prospect. The pick itself is good.
Right. If that was their pick to begin with, it would have been. Yeah.
I don't understand.
The mindset, if you will. The way it was executed.
I guess part of it's the understanding that they must believe in CJ Stroud enough to, like, not be okay with nothing. Like, to give up their first round pick. They won't be drafting a top next year. But I don't understand this.
I guess they have faith that they don't care about that pick and they think Stroud and Anderson are for the future.
No, I think they think they're now. I think they're thinking now. I truly believe.
Maybe they just don't care about next year.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it. No, I would have to agree.
I truly believe that they think they could win the division this year. Well, why would you make this move? Why would you trade your 24 first for a rebuilding team if you don't think you could do that?
You make a fair point.
Well, I don't know. CJ Stroud was one of those quarterbacks that kind of had like a low ceiling. I mean, he had a high floor because he was accurate, but his pocket management with that offensive line that might not be that great. I mean, they do have Tunsil at left tackle, but
no, it's understandable.
I'm shook right now.
A little bit. I mean, that's not what I was expecting, but
I mean, we expected Arizona to trade the pick,
but we were hoping it was a later pick for us.
Well, I just expected it was going to be like Titans or some team that was going to draft a quarterback. Like once it was Houston, it was like
right.
Who are you? I just want to know, like, who are you trading against there? It's like when you sign a free agent, like who are you bidding against?
All right, well, the pick is in for the Indianapolis Colts, so we will not be going anywhere. We're going to stay right here, keep it here.
Who are you bidding against?
I don't know. Like that's the question. I think you're right in the fact that they think they can win the division this year.
Like Detroit,
I think that's it.
Detroit seems like they're going to pick the top corner. I guess they wanted to jump Seattle because Indianapolis is going to move back from 4 to 12 because obviously it's the division, and they're probably going to select the quarterback.
Traded a lot away. Oh my gosh. I mean,
and how many times have we said that Will Anderson is a good prospect, but he's not Nick Bosa. He's not on that Myles Garrett. He's not on like that tier 1, like those tier 1 edge prospects.
Not saying he never could be.
Maybe they feel pairing him with D'Amico Ryans to maybe develop him.
It's not a bad point, but
how good his defense was in San Francisco.
Still, the execution of picking both of these is interesting.
They have faith.
I mean, who sings that song? Michael Jackson.
But how often do we see teams make back-to-back picks this early in the draft? I can't remember last time we've had this.
No, you're absolutely right. I can't recall.
I guess they had to have been concerned that Seattle was going to take him at 5. That's the only way that they thought he was not going to last. Because like Detroit, maybe they trade back. I don't know. I think Detroit wants number 1 corner, but they must have been concerned that.
Wow. RG3, Nick Saban, interesting. Let's so refresh. Who's the pick for the Indianapolis Colts here?
I think they got to pick quarterback.
Richardson.
I think they're a team that should be, if they're healthy, good enough where they can compete for the AFC South, and they won't be bad enough to have this kind of pick again.
Right.
Like
they just haven't had a quarterback. I think that's it.
They've really been looking for a franchise since Luck, so they'll probably go Levis here.
Yeah. Levis or Richardson is the possibility. I guess also Seattle. I don't know. I think Seattle could take a quarterback too. So I just don't know. I think the Seattle pick will be very telling because if they pick Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter, I guess then you could assume that they would have picked, if they had Will Anderson 1, they would have picked them.
Yep. Roger Goodell's on stage. Colts pick. Okay. I told you it was going to be Richardson. You were right. Quarterback. Yeah.
4th overall.
4th overall, Anthony Richardson.
I wonder, they don't have a vet. Do they still have Matt Ryan?
No.
They have Minshew.
Yeah. Minshew Mania.
Did Matt Ryan retire?
I don't think they cut him.
Yeah, he's gone. He's just not on the team. He's still a free agent.
I think it's an interesting pick.
Well, according to Rich Eisen, the second coming of the Bionic Man. So we will see if that pans out. But yeah, the Indianapolis Colts select Anthony Richardson. It's
not Will Levis.
Not Will Levis. No.
Interesting.
Didn't Jim Irsay go on Twitter and have a tweet fest about Richardson too? So I guess he was really telegraphing the pick. Seattle, I think, was pretty big on Richardson, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they would go. I don't think they would pivot to Levis. So
Seattle?
I think they're going to draft a defensive player here, but I don't think they.
I think they have faith in Geno in the next few years.
Yeah. So I would think. I'm going to say they go. I think they're going to go Jalen Carter here.
You think Jalen Carter?
Yeah.
Seattle.
I'll say Tyree Wilson. Change it up.
It's one of the two. So.
All right. I can buy in on the Jalen Carter. I think it's been interesting. It's been interesting already. So the Seahawks are officially on the clock, and with 5:57 left, we're going to step aside here. We'll be right back as soon as the Seahawks confirm that their pick is in. And yeah, what a draft so far. Thanks for watching. Stay watching on the Buffalonian podcast. All right, we are back in the Buffalonian draft room, aka the garage, but we're looking here at the Seahawks. The pick is in, so we're gonna get to it here momentarily, and we're gonna see who the Seattle Seahawks have picked in the 2023 draft. So.
Whoa.
Whoa. They played the audio again. The producer had an interesting
They took the number one corner ahead of Detroit. I think that was wow. I guess that's where you get in trouble for leaking too much information, kind of like what the Bills did last year.
KC popped up right above them.
Yeah. I think it was pretty known that Detroit was interested in taking a cornerback, so I don't understand. I from the Seahawks perspective, I don't understand this either because you have Kyle Woodland, like you have decent young cornerbacks. You don't have a defensive line at all. Their defensive line was the reason why they got run out of the door by.
They have him as their BPA.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely.
But you're in the top of the draft. I feel like you drafted needy. Like, if they think they're going to be a good team, do you think they're going to be drafting 5th next year? This is Denver's pick.
Yeah.
Like you think Denver's probably gonna be better with Sean Payton next year?
Mm-hmm. 0-star recruit out of high school. Interesting. I mean, definitely not who I was expecting to see go, but Seattle-wise, I mean,
I wonder what this does for Detroit because they already have Hutchinson.
What's the next best ranked corner? I'm trying to think. Gonzalez. Do you think they just nab him at this point, or
I don't know, reach? That'd be kind of a reach. I think he's like a borderline top 10.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe if a team's interested in trading ahead of Vegas for Levis, maybe you do that.
Maybe. It'll be. This just got interesting.
I mean, Todd's best available number 4 is Gonzalez, so I guess it wouldn't be a terrible pick, but I'm confused. I don't understand the fit really 100%. Because I feel like they actually have a legit problem at edge.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna see how far Jalen Carter falls too.
Yeah. But the Detroit Lions are now on the clock. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. We'll see if it actually lasts that long. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, especially with Devin Witherspoon being off the board. So we're going to step aside here for a moment, and we'll be right back when the pick is in for the Detroit Lions. Thank you for watching, and continue watching on the Buffalonian Podcast Network, if that's what we're calling ourselves, network. All right, we are back here live viewing the NFL draft. If you can't see already, our good buddy,
Yeah, time out before you say anything. Our
our statistician behind us.
Looking hard at work.
He's on Twitter.
Pick is in.
Cardinals pick is in, traded with the Lions, already in. Let's see what it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Dom's face says it all right now. Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle, Ohio State, 6th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. With your reaction, I want to hear what you have to say first.
I thought this is another team that needed edge. So I thought we were going to get Tyree Wilson. I thought we could get Jalen Carter. It made sense for the Lions to trade down to 12 now because obviously.
Yeah, they traded with the pick that got traded, whatever.
The pick that got traded, but no, it made sense for the Lions to trade down because Seattle took the number 1 corner. I thought Gonzalez might have been a little bit of a reach, so they trade down. And I mean, listen, Arizona gets the number 1 offensive tackle in the draft. I guess a little bit of a surprise. I just assumed that they were going to draft edge or defense, but
I feel like this is going to go into this edge class is viewed as maybe not as good as we projected it to be.
well, I think going in, I think people thought that from like the rumors and all that they had Tyree Wilson and Will Anderson like neck and neck.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to see that they were actually on different tiers.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Anderson gets traded up to get 3rd, and now we're on to the 7th pick. You got to think Vegas picks quarterback.
And just to travel back in time for a minute here, a couple hours ago, Pro Football Talk, hearing Cardinals are trying to send the number 3 overall in DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans for a number 11 pick plus more. That, I mean, gone out the window at this point. So the D-Hop window is still open for the Bills. The Raiders are now officially on the clock as well. It's been quite a draft so far. I mean, let's just, like, one word to sum it up so far. What do you got? Just right now. Wild.
Unpredictable.
Exasperating, I would say. I would go a little crazy, but I think.
There's that Buffalo State.
Yeah, Buffalo's BSU, Buffalo State University education coming on through. So the Raiders are on the clock, 5:56 left. Well, Will Levis, that's who you're thinking? I'm on that. I will hop on Will Levis.
Christian Gonzalez.
Mike says Gonzalez. Who'll be right? We don't know. We'll have to see in 5 minutes, roughly 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Could be quicker. But you can hear it right here on the Buffalonian podcast. And we'll be right back after the pick's in. All right, we are back in the Buffalonian podcast draft room, and the Raiders pick is officially in. We're taking a look right now. If you're watching along with us on ESPN or ABC, they've got the Raiders draft room up, and we are awaiting Roger Goodell to take the stage. And let's review our predictions again, fellas.
I got Will Levis, quarterback, Kentucky.
Christian Gonzalez, corner, Oregon.
And I was with Dom, Will Levis, quarterback.
We do have corner as number one need. I do think it's worth noting that Houston, a very good listener to the pod, and I remember jogging my memory that they have another first round pick from Cleveland in 24. So I don't think there's been word out which pick they traded, but I believe it was their own, I think.
Interesting.
So they have Cleveland's 24, but
okay.
I guess I think Cleveland's not going to bounce back with Watson as well.
All right, Roger Goodell has just taken the stage, and here we go.
All right.
Whoa. All right, so no one was right on that.
Pairing him with Max Crosby.
Yeah, Tyree
Kellen
Wilson.
Jones still there, isn't he not?
Tyree Wilson, defensive
Yeah.
end, Texas Tech, the number
Kellen
7.
Jones is still on the roster.
The number 7
Those are
overall
some-
pick.
Those are some shades.
Yeah. Watch, those will all be fake Amazon carbon copies made.
James,
and
what do you
stuff.
think of the shades?
Yeah, statistician Ginge back there. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah.
That's
He
wild.
Ginge informs us when the picks are in and whatnot. He's our guy in the chair. So
From Alaska? Wow.
yeah, from
Born in
Alaska.
Alaska.
His wingspan is 2 inches longer than
He
LeBron's.
barely fit through that door frame. Anyone see that? I mean, the guy's a giant. He's tall. Holy cow.
I wonder how far Levis falls now.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Well, does Atlanta take him? I mean, how much?
Maybe the Falcons do. I think the Falcons might
Same
take
age.
him. Truthfully, I feel like the Falcons, that's not a bad pick.
I thought this is Bijan territory, though.
I think
Maybe Atlanta.
maybe.
I think Bijan. I would say Bijan, but now I think of Love as well.
Well, Goodell's been getting all the love today. If you've been watching, he's been getting a lot of bear hugs, if you will.
He's blushing.
Yeah, he's he's blushing, getting picked up off the ground, swept off his feet. Roger
As one might
Goodell,
say.
as one might say. Yeah, I think exasperating is the right way to put this draft. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. 5 minutes 40 seconds on the clock right now. The Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be interesting. You think Levis or Bijan here?
Yeah, I think one of the two.
One of the two. As long as Bijan does not come to the Bills, I am perfectly okay with that. I mean, that's where I'm at this point. Mike, what are you thinking?
You're going to go with an offensive lineman.
O-line?
Skronsky.
Skronsky.
Yeah, I think the worry would be that his arms are too short. That he's actually more of a guard.
You think?
Well, they think he has all pro potential at guard, but he did play he played left tackle at Northwestern. So
Yeah, let's see what happens.
All right.
5 minutes left.
Yeah, 4 minutes 58 seconds
Way to be
and
specific.
counting. What'd you say?
it's a way to be specific.
I'm counting down. Listen, we're live show now. We gotta have it going down. 4 minutes 50 seconds on the clock for the Atlanta Falcons. We are going to step aside as of right now, but we'll be right back as soon as the pick is in. You're watching the Buffalonian Podcast 2023 NFL Draft Special, and we are not going anywhere. The Atlanta Falcons pick is in. Look at that. Look at that. See? But if it wasn't specific, we would have been gone and come back. Look at that. But we're here. Picks in already. They knew who they wanted. So,
Well, they also go on the clock as soon as the pick is in.
right. But still, that was a quick pick. So,
I think we're gonna go to commercial break here.
you think?
Yeah.
You think?
No, we definitely are.
No, definitely seems.
Yep. They just said when we come back. So.
All right. So, we are going to step aside along with the broadcast.
False
but
start.
We'll be false start offense number 20. What? I don't know. Something. We'll be right back when the commercial break is over. Again, you're watching the Buffalonian Podcast 2023 NFL Draft Special. And we are back with the special edition of the Buffalonian podcast, the 2023 NFL Draft. And Roger Goodell has taken to the stage to announce the Falcons pick. The pick was in before the break. And we've got special guests announcing this. No, never mind. It's Goodell. Along with special guests.
I was nervous. I had some deep breaths.
Yeah.
I kept missing who Todd's best available player was. It's Bijan Robinson.
The Falcons are big-time supporters of the organization, and they're thrilled to have Chris and Shane making their pick. Okay, guys, take it away.
Here we go. Chris and Shane calling the pick.
Bijan Robinson.
You think? Levis.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
There you go. Bijan Robinson is off the board, running back, Texas. This is, I mean, he's been talked about quite a lot in this offseason for the Bills and just around the NFL. I mean, he's a solid running back coming out of Texas.
Generational, as some would say.
Generational running back coming out of Texas. I mean, what are your thoughts just on this pick? You called it, so I'm going to let you go first on this one.
No, it seemed like Atlanta was going to go Bijan the last couple of days, the last smoke. Obviously, we've seen so far through the draft that, I mean, smoke doesn't always add to fire, but really this one does. And I think it's an interesting pick. I think this is another team that could have used a quarterback because I'm not a big Desmond Ridder fan.
Yeah.
At all. I think he's not very good. But this is another team that could potentially say to themselves, we overachieved a little bit with the win column. We think we might be in that position to be in the top 2 next year. We'll take our quarterback then. But then at the same time, you're in an NFC South that's pretty trash. So
yeah,
you think it's not like you're playing like in the AFC East or some team where
Philly
you're
and
just gonna get beat
Chicago
up.
swap picks.
LA and Chicago did?
No,
Philly.
Philly and Chicago.
Interesting. I think. Well, I mean, that was
Jalen Carter.
probably. I mean, they must have been concerned that some team was going to hop. Was going to trade up Chicago to hop.
And
with
it's
them.
in.
Yep, the Eagles pick is in, traded.
Well, I feel like when you trade for a pick, you kind of already have the pick in mind.
Yeah. But we're just awaiting word now. I mean, it's going to be a minute probably because they're still on stage with Bijan, but
I would say Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle out of Georgia, is one of the guys that has immense talent. Obviously, has character issues.
Tennessee could get Levis at 11 without even trading up.
they could. That would be crazy if that actually comes to fruition, though.
Or Chicago just pulls a zag and picks Levis.
Yeah, picks Levis for the trade value only. Like, just kind of is like, all right, what can you do for us at that point? But I think it's interesting. This draft is not what I was expecting. Any mock draft I've seen, this has not been it.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are having this spot being mock Robinson.
No, not this spot, but like the draft in general. Like a lot of mock drafts have
I don't know.
not
I
been.
think it was pretty consensus. I don't know. I feel like after a while it was consensus that Young and Stroud were the top 2 quarterbacks. 3 was kind of a toss-up, but it seemed like Richardson had, out of the toolsy quarterbacks, which team was higher ranked.
Yeah.
I am a little surprised that Levis is falling, seeing that the Reddit the other day that he was going to go number overall, but I guess that's what he gets for eating bananas without peeling off the skin.
And Mayo.
That is horrible. I'm sorry. I saw that. I nearly.
Did you see
kind of
Michael Mayer's Chipotle order?
No.
It's double sour cream.
Oh. I'm not a sour cream guy though. I mean, if you're a sour cream person, then that's probably.
Yeah, but you're just like that's like a soup at that point.
Yeah.
It's a soup.
I mean, you think about it though. Eating a banana with a peel on it, that's just inhumane in my opinion. But I peel my bananas upside down. I mean, if you're wondering.
Didn't ask.
I don't peel by the top.
What do you mean? You can peel it
By the handle thing on the top? No, I don't touch that. Monkeys peel it from the bottom. I'm serious.
I've got the statistician.
That statistician in the back, turn around on that one if you saw that. But no, you peel it from underneath.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I just do from the top.
I think I just do what a human does, not what a monkey does.
It's functional though. It works. I mean, you got a little nub at the end.
Back to the draft.
Back to the NFL draft.
You know, they're loading up with the Robinson, they have Drake London, they still have Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts.
He had 1,000 yards, didn't he?
Yeah. So I mean,
good offensive line.
Yeah, they could be a threat. I know we were talking about like how that division's wide open. So, you know, maybe if they even just get like game management on it, Desmond Ridder.
I don't know. What does that do for Kyle Pitts on fantasy football? Like, are they going to run the ball again more? I mean,
maybe.
They have all this talent. They have a good run blocking offensive line.
They very well could. I mean,
the defense has been a weak spot, and I just don't believe in Desmond Ridder. Sorry. He threw for 60 yards in the game.
You do have a very good point with that. I wouldn't believe in him either.
If you go 8 of 20 for 60 yards in a full 60-minute football game, I just don't. I mean, Bijan was probably RB1 last year. Went back to college. Went off again. Yeah. It's amazing that Texas finished 8-4. Like that to have that kind of running back. I know Quinn Ewers got injured, their quarterback, but just speaking college football wise, like the fact that they weren't able to, compete in the Big 12 that had a bad Oklahoma team is kind of like they let TCU just walk in and go to the college football playoff. Like there was a spot open.
Yeah. There is Nick Sirianni, Buffalo or Western New York resident at one point. Went to our high school here on Grand Island, which was kind of
a lot of dudes in that.
Yep, all dressed the exact same.
There's one dude sitting.
Wonder why.
I mean, your guess.
I mean, I'd be sitting. I feel like if I was in this situation, but
I don't know. I think you'd get pretty amped.
I would get. I mean, you saw me as soon as the draft started. I was smacking you like your hands all over the place. I was freaking out. So, Eagles pick is in. The fan all over TikTok is on the screen right now. I see him all over social media. I mean, let's just think for a second here. Who was the pick that you mentioned for the Eagles?
Carter. I mean, why would they trade up?
Right, to not. You agree with that?
Yeah, because I mean, I think everyone thought Chicago would get Jalen Carter, and they just jumped.
I guess that's interesting.
Is that Jason Kelsey on the Jumbotron right now? Sidebar real fast. It has to be with that beard.
I don't know. It's like it is.
It is. It's Jason Kelsey. He's become a fan favorite of pretty much.
Just a beard.
Yeah. Any team.
And he's always been a fan favorite, at least the Eagles.
Oh yeah, but their podcast together as brothers is awesome. All right, Goodell's out.
I don't know. This might not be Carter. I think the problem with there's
You were right, Jalen Carter.
interesting.
Jason Kelsey slamming one down fast. The camera.
Yeah.
He's got the mic on and everything. But, I mean, very predictable pick, as Dom said. Why would you trade up and not do that? So
I'm more interested from the Chicago perspective because they're another team that could have used Jalen Carter. I guess they must not have been comfortable with the off-the-field stuff. Philadelphia has a good culture. They have good veterans in the room. But this is back-to-back years. They drafted an SEC defensive tackle in the first round. They drafted Jordan Davis, more of a run stopper. This guy's obviously more of a stud.
Yeah. For already a studded team.
Well, Fletcher Cox getting up in age. I think he signed a 1-year deal to return, so you got to think maybe he's done after this season. So they're trying to. Well, and here we go with all the off-field stuff. So I think it's an interesting move from Chicago's perspective. I think they're kind of a team that could use talent, and I mean he's crying. They must not believe that they had the culture in place to
do it. Yeah, I understand it. I mean,
well, I will say this: Detroit has to be pretty happy right now how the draft's going. They drafted. They were going to be at 6. They probably were going to draft Witherspoon. He gets drafted ahead of them at 5. They trade back to 12. I guess now you got to be concerned that the Bears are going to draft Gonzalez, but I think the Titans have a really good chance of drafting quarterback in Levis. It's this pick right now. If they get past Chicago, they're going to get Gonzalez, who they may have taken at 6 anyways.
Right, exactly. No,
We're big Detroit. We're big Detroit.
I like Detroit. I'm going to be honest.
Well, they have 12, and they also have 18.
Yeah, so this could be a really good draft for them. But the Bears, their selection is in. They were on the clock. So
Maybe they go lineman, offensive lineman.
Yeah, they signed. Did they? No, did Denver sign McGinty? Or was that? Yeah. Yeah, they could draft linemen. I mean, this could be.
who do they take for the lineman, you think?
By Skronsky.
Yeah, Skronsky, I think would be the pick. I think that would be a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they go no because they had DJ Moore. They traded away the 33rd pick for Chase Claypool, so I don't think they can just punt on that. They have Darnell Mooney. I was thinking maybe they pair Justin Fields, a former Ohio State guy, and Jackson Smith-Jigba, the first wide receiver off the board, but I doubt they do that.
Yeah.
No, they need to protect Fields.
They need to protect him from himself. He holds the ball for way too long.
I mean,
Jalen Carter, going back to this pick for 2 seconds, like this is a guy that's either going to be a first-team All-Pro or he's going to be out of the league in like 3 years.
you think?
Yeah, if he can get over like the character issues, be a team member in the Philadelphia Eagles organization. I want to say Phillies. I think
It's baseball season.
He has all-pro potential. There's a reason why people had him mocked earlier in the season as like the best defensive lineman over Will Anderson.
Yeah.
It had him like if people weren't going to get quarterback one, this guy has number 1 overall potential talent. It's just can you craft his mind to be focused on football and not get distracted.
Right. Well, the Bears pick is in.
I don't want to get spoiled by it. I want to see what Detroit gave up. Not gave up, but got to trade back.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good idea because just avoid the spoiler. That's all. That's the only.
Well, I won't say it. Like,
No, I know that. I mean, everyone out there avoids
I
spoilers,
think all
like
the
you
listeners
said.
would chastise me in the.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Chat.
No.
Yeah, they traded 6 and 81 for 12, 34, and 168.
It's not too bad.
So they traded the 3rd round. They traded up a lot. Got a 5th round pick. It's a decent trade, especially if they get the corner I think they're going to take.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. So the Bears, the whole scenery's changed right now. So I believe that it looks like we are.
Is this going to be Nolan Smith? Could they go edge?
I still say they're going with.
I don't know.
offensive lineman.
They kind of need D-line help. I remember the Bills game. Oh, that's the Bears game. The Bills game, like they got shredded on the ground and weren't able to put pressure on Josh.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're going to step aside here for just a couple of moments. The Bears pick is in, so we'll be back shortly. But you are watching the 2023 NFL Draft on the Buffalonian Podcast. Roger Goodell is on the stage for the Bears.
Well, that actually was kind of predictable. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I guess. Well, this is a guy that people had mocked to the Bills after the season at 27. People even thought this could be a potential reach for the Bills at 27 in the beginning. Obviously, he kind of blew up the draft combine with their relative athletic score being very high. Obviously, with Skronsky,
Skronsky.
I think offensive tackle is probably the right move for the Bears, and they must not believe that Skronsky could play tackle in the NFL. They must believe he's a guard like some other teams. So he continues to fall.
Yep.
And here, I mean, Detroit, man, we are Detroit Lions supporters tonight.
Yes, it could happen. It very well
What a
could.
moment for them. Like, I feel like this has to be Will Levis for Tennessee coming up. because all the smoke, I guess, again, we're going to say more smoke about their dis-support, not a fan of Malik Willis after his first year. So, no, here we go.
Yeah.
This is where the draft gets good, though.
This is right here. And the Titans are on the clock with 8:51 left. So we'll see what they pick. I mean, any thoughts right there? I mean, what's Vrabel and the fellas thinking on this one?
Will Levis.
Will
Yeah,
Levis?
I agree.
All right.
I mean, you're in a position where the pick is in Indianapolis.
in.
Indianapolis is their quarterback. They think in Anthony Richardson. You already have Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Houston now has C.J. Stroud. You got to be able to compete with that if you think those guys are legit. You got to find a way to upgrade from.
They're making another Transformers.
They are making another Transformers.
Is it
yes.
Transformers?
Yep.
Sorry,
They're bleeding that.
We're getting a little distracted.
We're getting a little distracted here. They are bleeding that franchise even more
Is
dry.
Mark Wahlberg coming back in?
No,
Who is it?
it's this guy. He was in Hamilton.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. That's June 9th? Wow.
Yes.
We should have stopped at the first two.
I saw a trailer.
Like Fast and Furious, we're on Fast 10 now.
Yeah, that's coming out in 2 weeks.
What are we doing here?
7 was good,
It was.
but
See you again.
that
Great
was
song
good.
came
That was
out
a
of
good
that.
ending, though.
Yeah, they should end it.
End it right there. That was a perfect ending. Okay, we're gonna rein it back in here, but first,
If you agree with us on that,
yeah,
Fast and Furious
comment
thing, please
Fast and
comment.
Furious if you're a fan of those movies. We're sorry, but if not, please join us in the I don't know.
I don't know. Again,
But before we come back,
if you had the top 3 quarterbacks in that division, Ryan Tannehill is an expensive option.
Yeah.
The veteran aging. You probably missed your window with him. I think it's time for the Titans to move into the future and not go to Malik Willis, but go to Will Levis. But before we're in commercial break,
while we're in commercial, our statistician has something for us. So Ginge, pop on up here. You come on, get in the camera. You can pull up a chair right here.
So the monkeys actually, in fact, do peel from the bottom.
They
But it's not their natural diet, and sometimes they do take the banana in half and just snap it and scoop it out from both sides. So
Peeling it from the bottom. Everyone listening, watching, should try it out.
snap it in half and scoop it out.
Yeah. I think that might be the way to go with this one. But Titans pick is in. We're staring at an American Idol commercial. So I know as soon as I say we're gonna step
it just
aside.
ended the American.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, okay.
No,
We're on the Federal Credit Union future location. Funny enough, I mean that caused the Great Depression, but we're not going to go there. So
I think that's the point of it being in black and white.
oh yeah, probably good call. But yeah, we're gonna actually. I know as soon as I do this, we're gonna be coming right back. But we're gonna step aside in this commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special after this. And we're back with our live coverage of the 2023 NFL Draft. Titans fans all over the screen. Will Levis looks to be the likely pick, as we've mentioned here. We saw a nasty ACL scar for Hooker. So, our hearts go out to anybody who's ever dealt with that injury because...
Like you would know.
Our very own Von Miller twice.
Achilles, everything. Like, any tendon issue like that ruptures is horrible. Torn. So, I don't know.
Isn't the ACL a ligament?
Yeah, like it's like what holds the. He's a medical major
Yeah,
back
yeah,
there.
yeah. Back there.
Back there eating the chicken.
Eating the Chevettas back there. Has not taken anatomy yet, so is no help to us. Let's head
exposing the Damon education.
exposing
I think it, like, holds
their
your legs
university
together.
too.
Doesn't it like hold the top of your leg and the bottom of your leg together and your knee?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Roger Goodell has taken the stage for Tennessee's pick. Let us see.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's replaced. They're thinking that's a replacement for Taylor Lewan.
No, but they announced him as a guard.
Yeah, true. Well,
They're cackling on the broadcast.
yeah, maybe they. I don't know.
I mean, maybe Detroit takes Will Levis here.
Why do we need to know that? Dressed as grandfather for Halloween as a child. These facts are so random.
How do they come up with this stuff?
I don't know.
They sure these.
Why do we care that he dressed as his grandfather?
Well, because his grandfather played for the Packers.
Okay, so what?
Just saying, like, there's a reason. I guess.
But I don't care they dressed him as him for Halloween.
I mean, you're talking about it.
That's true. So they get you.
You're saying you're not caring, but you're caring.
So I got to propose something here. If you're Detroit, you have Jared Goff, kind of
System quarterback.
decent.
Quarterback.
Do you shoot your shot right now here at Will Levis?
Yeah.
But this is what we talked about. Spoiler for the Would You Rather. How would you feel if you're Will Levis, the team traded back and still picked you as a quarterback? It's kind of like EJ Manuel.
Well, they clearly knew what they were picking.
The Bills traded from 8 to 16 and still draft EJ.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, the Lions' pick is in. They have picked already, so they
They'll
know
probably
exactly.
still go with the corner.
I still think so too. I think it's actually like I just didn't expect Levis to be on the board right here.
I don't think anyone did.
But like, how far is he gonna fall? Because I don't think Green Bay likes Jordan Love. I guess New England could potentially be a wild card, but
that would imagine.
whether they trade Mac, but I don't.
McCorkle?
I think that would. I
McCorkle.
don't know. I think we're gonna see a Will Levis slide here.
A little bit of a run on offensive lineman.
Yeah, still Broderick Jones, the tackle out of Georgia.
Well, I feel like with the defenses, a lot of blitz-heavy defenses in the NFL, O-line is a big need for a lot of teams, especially the Bills. I mean, like,
Yeah, but this guy's.
he's not.
I just don't know why you would draft a guard at 11 when you're a team full of holes.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it's like when Indianapolis drafted Quentin Nelson.
Nelson.
Like, yeah, he's an all-pro, but, like, Josh Allen was right there. And then we just saw them taking Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you're drafting a non-premium position in the top 15.
Yeah.
Like, who's your quarterback? Are you going to roll up Ryan Tannehill and say, hey, if he doesn't get hurt? But he's very
He's a game
expensive.
manager at best.
Yeah, I would agree. So I just don't. I don't see the upside.
No.
Because
I'm with you. I understand.
I don't think the Titans have a good enough roster to compete with Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville is just going to get better.
Yeah. Where's Daniel Campbell?
My only thing would be is this Tennessee. I mean, I guess, but I don't think.
Goodell's on stage.
Wow.
This is
Whoa.
a terrible pick.
Whoa!
This is terrible.
Why would they do that?
This is so bad. And we're no more Lions supporters.
No.
Wow.
I mean, congrats, Jameer. You got picked,
They
but
have
like,
Gibbs, Swift.
I guess they're running with Goff. I don't know. Dom's rubbing his head. He has no idea what's going
This dude
on.
is like a end of the first round type of running back. We thought there was smoke that the Bills might pick him at 27.
Yeah.
He's not Alvin Kamara. Everyone says it's Alvin Kamara. He's not. He doesn't play like him. What is this? What did we just witness?
A bad pick, I think.
They traded down to pick him? Like, I know they have 18, but
Wow.
again,
Packers have the next pick, by the way, 541.
Again, though, who are you competing with right there? Who is going to pick Jahmyr Gibbs within those 6 picks? The Packers are going to draft a wide receiver right here. the Patriots are probably going to draft wide receiver tackle. The Jets have Breece Hall.
They had DeAndre Swift.
I mean, DeAndre Swift can't stay healthy for anything. Don't they have? I gotta look this up. Don't they have Dan Montgomery?
Yeah, I think they do.
I gotta double check that before you said it. But this is terrible. This is such a bad pick. Again, non-premium position. Running back is a non-premium position. You have a need at corner. You traded away Jeff Okudah, your third overall pick, basically for free to the Falcons. You think that would open them up to draft a cornerback?
Right. And you even mentioned with Will Levis, he had a case, though, with Jared Goff being that system.
David Montgomery's on the chart. I don't understand this. I guess maybe they don't believe that DeAndre Swift will be the guy. I think he has 1 year left on his contract, so maybe they think he can't stay healthy. They're going to move on from him. They're going to go with Montgomery and Gibbs, but
they're going to use
thumbs
him as
up
a
or thumbs down
too.
Back there, statistician. All right, he's on board. I
don't understand that pick at all. I just don't. Oh my God, the Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers coming up. I thought this was the NFL draft.
I'm sorry. I know we said that there's been wild picks. There's been kind of picks. This was like the first legitimately terrible pick.
Yeah.
Like there's no rationale.
No.
Zero. Like what? I don't remember who's after.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to be Lions supporters here. You know, they haven't won a Super Bowl. I've never been to a Super Bowl. You know, here we are trying to like
hype them up. But
my cousin's is a big Lions supporter. Like, you know, and this is what they do.
Yeah. So
let me see.
Oh man. We'll take a quick break after Dom's stat here. The pick's in for Green Bay, by the way, in the commercial break as we speak. So that puts New England on the clock right now, starting. So what is
Washington and Pittsburgh? Like, who are you? I guess they could be concerned that Washington was going to pick him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they had Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I have no idea. I genuinely cannot wrap my head around why this.
I truly think you could wait until 18 to pick him at worst, and that to me is like a little bit of a reach.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. This was not the pick I had.
This is the number, according to ESPN. This is the number 28th best prospect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're right. Around when the Bills should be drafting. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Lions fans, we're sorry we cannot back you on this one. But with that, we're going to step aside for just a few moments here in the TV timeout. And we'll be right back with more of the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special right after this. And we're back. Goodell's on the stage for the Packers.
Jackson
announcing the
Smith-Jigba.
pick.
My
Jigba. Whoa.
They still refuse that first round wide receiver.
I guess so.
Dude, back to back, just like WTF picks. The NFC North. Everyone. What is this?
Why do they care?
Nolan
about
Smith on the board. He's not even the best. This
New
guy's
England is going to take Levis. I'm telling you right now.
No, New England's gonna pick Smith-Jigba.
You think?
Oh
no.
I have no idea.
This is going to be bad.
Why did the Packers trade 15? Why would they trade up over the Patriots?
I don't know. There's clearly no
I mean,
answer.
they must have thought the Patriots were going to take Van Ness, but what? Okay.
I'm kind of speechless right now.
As Bills fans, let's all do a prayer that they pick Broderick Jones, the offensive tackle from Georgia.
Cross the fingers, Mike. We all three have to be doing it.
Well, okay,
Bills
Bills yet. I think when it happens, we do not want Jackson Smith-Jigba in the division.
No, we do not. And they have Juju, which
Okay.
I mean, still
Okay.
they've got wide receivers.
Why are they talking about the Jones brothers?
It's Juju had didn't even have 1,000 yards last.
Like, I'm so confused.
Juju didn't even
Why?
have 1,000 yards last season.
It's
Yeah,
the
why?
middle of the draft.
They're
have
Giant fans.
Yeah,
They just said it, didn't they? Like, why are they? They're Giants don't pick for another
I love how
Okay.
the two are matching, and then Nick Jones is just wearing red. Like he's just better than all of them.
I love how you know
They-
that. I love you
they
know
should have
about
actually
that.
just swapped places with Joe. In the
Yeah,
middle.
it's Nick Jonas, Joe Jonas, and Kevin Jonas.
Kevin's the one. No
They
one
just
knows.
showed all their names.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Did you ever watch Disney Channel as a kid?
Yeah.
They were on Disney Channel.
I know who they were. Okay.
They were in the movie Camp Rock. If you had never seen it before.
Which one's the best Jonas?
Oh man, statistician.
Statistician.
Right,
Who do you
best
think is the
Jonas.
best Jonas?
Nick Jonas is definitely the best.
Gotta be Nick Jonas.
I would say so.
He's got the best music.
Best music solo.
What's your
player.
favorite? What's your
Trey-
favorite Nick Jonas song?
Steelers.
What's your favorite Nick Jonas song?
He's on Cake by the Ocean, right?
That's Joe Jonas.
That's wrong, Jonas.
That's DNC. Run or
Isn't he
DNCE.
Chainsaw. That's Nick Jonas, right?
Nick Jonas.
Here we are
I don't know.
talking-
I don't know. Yeah, as
I'll-
we're saying,
I'll
why are
put
they
thumbs
talking
up
about
on
the
those.
Jonas Brothers? We're talking about them.
But
But
again, another example. You know, you dress up as your grandfather for Halloween. We were somehow talking about that. There you go.
no,
But-
they know what they're doing.
So Steelers trade up. I believe they were 17, so they trade up from 17 to 14. Interesting move, I guess. Is this a big play option for?
Who are
the
they
Steelers?
picking here?
I don't know. I haven't really got my head around it. I mean,
No.
they had Freiermuth. I think this might be Broderick Jones, left tackle. This is a problem for them all last year.
Yeah.
I-
keeping
I-
a young
I do
quarterback
think-
safe.
I do think this is offensive tackle.
Okay. I can get behind that. I think you got to keep picking.
Also, though,
healthy and
Christian
safe.
Gonzalez-
Steelers, you know what? I'm gonna go way off the board, and they're gonna take defensive end Miles Murphy.
Oh, that's a pick. I don't mind that. I think they might pick corner too. I think Gonzalez might be the selection here.
That's who I picked on a mock draft. I'm going to be honest.
I'm interested. Again, the Patriots. I thought they would just take at 14. You know, stay put. Take Jackson Smith-Jigba. They need a wide receiver, but the wide receivers continue to fall. I doubt Pittsburgh takes one. They already have Deontay Johnson. They just traded for Allen Robinson. They have George Pickens. I don't think receiver fits the mold here for them. So
And they just got Allen Robinson.
yeah. So I feel like this has to be either offensive lineman or something defensively.
Pittsburgh's pick is in, and we are further awaiting
Should I check my email?
confirmation on who.
Who is that? Oh, that's Van Nix. That looked like Will Levis for a little bit.
It did.
I was so confused. I was like, what?
Yeah.
They take another old quarterback.
Yeah, duke it out.
This is
Did everyone just see what I saw
No.
No, what'd you see? What'd you
On your
see?
phone or the TV?
on the TV?
What'd you see?
Are you allowed to say it? Do you need to cut?
Yeah, do we need to mute so you can tell us what you saw?
Do we need a
He's
timeout?
dying over here. I am too. What did you see? Is this not safe for work? Or what's happening here?
Can you text it out?
Just send it.
I'll tell you when we go to break.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I guess it's I don't know.
It's so funny.
I think we should cut the break now. Take a 5-second break to get this Chuckles guy.
Yeah.
Good take. Yeah, cut it real quick.
Want to? All right. We'll be right back after we figure out what seems to be going on with Mike, and we'll be right back for the pick coming up from the Steelers.
This is against the
Goodell is here for the pick. Steelers traded with Pats.
With the 14th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select brother and
Oh my God, I called it.
offensive tackle Georgia.
Let's go.
That was a good call.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Who wants his medal?
I do. Crown me. Here, put the crown on. For myself.
Derrick Henry.
Actually, you know what?
Oh no, he's got a crown.
No, do you have the Burger King crown?
Oh no. Oh no. BK.
Oh my God.
We got a medal.
We got a medal for him. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You've been knighted.
We got his medal.
He's got his medal. Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia, 14th overall pick in the draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got that for winning trivia in my one class last semester.
I was about to say,
Because our professor is the president of the YMCA.
no, I was going to ask.
It says the turkey trot
I
on
was
it.
going to say, you won a turkey trot.
No. Our professor had extra medals because he's like the president of the YMCA.
Right.
Yeah, he gave it for winning. So shout out. But
We will be hooking up with the some fellas over at 91.3 FM WBNY in a little while here around the Bills pick, just to chat a little bit before, a little after. So,
For all you Sabres fans out there, the Leafs are losing, so let's go. 4-2 now.
4-2. There we go. Leafs will not make it out of the first. Or no, they're not going to the Stanley Cup. If they, I can't stand to bear it. And the Jonas Brothers are still on the television
see,
screen.
this is why the ESPN broadcast is better.
You're
They don't
gonna
have any-
complain.
They don't have any shenanigans. College game day is just so amateur.
Listen, we're on a satellite, a
Do you
little
want to listen to
satellite.
Booger McFarlane?
I'd rather listen to him than the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't know that their new album comes out May 12th.
Who'd they boot? Oh, Todd McShay.
Good.
They booted him.
Josh Allen hater.
But yeah,
Just
it's an NFL draft. I don't care about the Jonas Brothers.
Really hoping that the Jets do not pick Jackson Smith-Jigba. That would really pick off his fellow Ohio State wide receiver Garrett Wilson. They have Alan Lazard. They have Mecole Hardman too.
They did.
With A-Rod,
Mm-hmm.
that would be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. And well, I don't know. I think the Steelers were thinking that the Jets were going to take Jones at 15 with their offensive line issues. With Barrett Tucker missing the most of the season with an injury, Becton can't stay healthy. Hasn't been able to stay in shape. So
Who do you think they're taking now?
that's a great question. I'm not. I don't. I mean, the Jets don't really have that many. They're just solid for the most part. I would say they might draft a tackle, or they might draft interior defensive line.
Okay, wait 1 second here. They're showing the Packers-Jets trade. A lot of people are saying there was a fleece that happened there. And that, to me, does not look like too bad of a trade, though,
For which team?
for the Jets.
Dude, if they don't win the Super Bowl,
You're right.
they could potentially, if Rodgers plays like 60 or 65% of the snaps, they lose their first round pick.
Rodgers thinking about actually like $100 million.
Is it really?
He's gonna make like $100 million to push his bonus to next year, and he already had him.
Oh, my God. Well, they've got a crying Josh Allen. Oh, no, that's the Bills fans next to the Jets fans. Sorry. I thought the Jets fans were being crazy. Look at the Buffalonians out there representing.
Again, who have they been against Rayrod? I mean, they go down 2 spots in the draft. They give up potential another first-round pick. I don't know. They gave up a second-round pick, too, I believe, 44. So, I don't know. I guess it pays to draft to trade for a quarterback. I guess we'll see if he's Tom Brady. Does he age well, or does he age like Big Ben?
Right. That'll be the question. But I think while the Jets are looking to make their pick, we're gonna step aside for a minute here, and we'll be right back with more of the Buffalonian Podcast Draft Special right after this. And we are back in the Buffalonian draft room, and the Jets have their pick in. We are currently awaiting Roger Goodell to take the stage and announce the pick. Just general thoughts. I know we didn't really have much to say on it, but
I don't know I think they just might trade back here because are they going to reach for an offensive tackle?
The pick is in.
Oh, is it?
yeah, the pick is in.
Oh, I thought they took till the 30-second mark. I thought there was a potential. Like Antoine Harrison's there for Oklahoma, but he's more of a late first offensive tackle. I think that's really their biggest need.
Yeah.
I mean, do they go interior defensive line with I'm blanking on the kid's name from undersized kid from Pitt, but he's pretty solid. You go Jackson Smith-Jigba, but you already have Wilson, Harmon, and Lazard. Do they go Dalton Kincaid? Do they go the tight end route because they don't have a tight end that scares anyone?
Will they have Lawrence Cager?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. So they don't. I mean, I think that might be the pick, honestly, tight end. But
yeah, I think it'll be interesting. That's all I can say at this point.
I hate my brother so much.
Why?
He just spoiled the pick. I won't say what
He
it is.
spoiled the pick. Which brother? Jer-Bear?
Yeah.
Jeremy. Robert Salas smiling in the back. Should we get out in front of it? Whistle blow to the listeners out there? So just in while we're waiting here, I've been chatting with Zach Jones over at WGR. He tweeted out, we're going to wait. We're going to hold off on that until in between here. The Jets pick is in. Goodell is taken to the stage with a guest announcer. We'll find out who it is. It is not Little Johnny, the ice cream kid. So we're going to see who it actually is.
That was actually.
Oh, come on. You got to give a round of applause. Kyle Stickles fought hard.
See, this is valuable stuff they should actually talk about.
See?
Rather
Not the Jonas
rather than
Brothers.
the Jones Brothers.
Or dressing
Spend
up
time-
as grandpa.
Spend time talking with this
All
kid.
the phones are falling left and right today. What'd you say? He is. Didn't the guy that picked for the Giants last year, who's also Make-A-Wish?
Thibodeau.
Yeah, he went nuts. He flipped
Go.
out.
Thank you, Mr. Goodell. I'd also like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight.
We're Western New York.
We are.
Geographically, the other side of the state.
That was good.
Thank you.
Good observation.
Almost want to throw the Mike's Buffalo trivia slider across the screen.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State.
Wow, hype beast.
It might be a terrible pick.
Terrible pick, unfortunately. That is tough.
That's fortunate for us. It's
Yeah,
the Jets.
It is.
I mean, listen, the Jets did have kind of a hole on linebacker a little bit, but
Maybe that's why they waited until 30 seconds. They just had no idea what to do. They were just like, all right, hit the button. We're done. We're
I
done.
mean, he's more of an edge rusher, I would say. He's more like Will Anderson, they announced him as a linebacker, but he's more of an edge rusher.
They
gotcha.
Well, there's been a couple so far that you just can't wrap your head
I
around.
don't think
You
he's
knew this,
bad.
too.
I don't think
I
he-
forgot. You
no,
actually knew who the
because-
pick was.
Well, 'cause-
Lots of TCU sacks I'm seeing here.
Well, because, my brother and I are really having a conversation back and forth who they pick, and he goes, oh, yeah, Will McDonald. And then he gives me the laughing emoji. I was like, yeah, I want to laugh with you, but you just ruined the pick for me.
Oh, my God. All right, so back to what I was saying in between. So Zach Jones over at WGR, I was chatting with him. He says, we're getting so close to the Bills to be in trade-up territory.
McDonald is the 25th overall player in the draft, so they reached 10 spots.
So they reached 10 spots. Okay. And then I say, what would your trade-up scenario be? He responds, I'm starting to think Hopkins isn't happening. So if JSN or Flowers is there, I'm willing to dip into a fourth next year and maybe another late-round pick this year. What do you think?
They're going to have to trade a fourth this year.
You think?
They're going to have to trade. It's like last year. They traded, what? They were 27? Were they 27 last year? But 27, they drafted, what,
Were they
24?
27 last year?
Yeah, less than
Yeah, they
last year.
moved 3 spots. They traded their 4th round pick to Baltimore to get Elam. I guess that would be the scenario, but you'd only be able to go up 3 spots with that kind of compensation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, here we go. This is another random thing. Jumping over cars. Look at
that's how you break your wrists.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, it's kind of impressive. It's kind of impressive.
I thought that wasn't even the hood. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like the
whole
cop slide across the hood thing. That was. Whoa. The animation
I'm just gonna
budget.
say right now. The New York Jets on the phone call are like, yeah, you ain't doing that anymore.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hope you had fun doing that.
Yeah.
You're done. You're
cut off.
You're-
It's over.
Yeah, your car hopping days are officially over.
They're actually going to use it as a training exercise for every other person on the team now. If you can't hop cars like him, you're not on the team.
So, who are we going to put on the team?
Exactly. That includes Aaron Rodgers.
But we just hit a commercial break.
Aaron Rodgers would stub his toe and break his toe. That happened. So
You got a point. But the Commanders pick is in. We're at a TV timeout, so we are also going to step aside. We've been watching the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special, and we'll be right back.
It's 2043 or 2023.
Roger Goodell is on stage. We're back.
Wow.
And the Commanders have picked Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback, Mississippi State.
What's going on with Christian Gonzalez? Those guys like an end of the first round type of cornerback.
Yeah. Mr. Brightside, though.
Slide for Gonzalez, slide for Levis.
This Major Tutty.
Well,
that's all I gotta say.
People, Jackson Smith-Jigba was on the board at 14. The Patriots traded back to 17, and he's still on the board as we currently speak. So this is fantastic.
Do you think they're going to take Jigba?
Yes. Look, well, Will Levis, keep following. You know what? Does Tampa take him at 19?
Well,
No, do they not a Baker 1 year starter maybe? I mean, God, you gotta consider it, right? I mean, Will Levis was a guy that people thought could be a top 5 pick. I don't know.
Pick is in for the Patriots.
on Reddit, they said Levis would be the number one overall pick.
Am I hearing correctly that Mr. Brightside is playing on the TV right now?
I thought that was stated.
Okay, statistician. All right.
Just up to 11.
Exposed, especially exposed Joe.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was, and then I didn't think it was.
I'm gonna Sally period the big left. No wide receiver has been taken so far. I'm not surprised.
It's gonna be Nolan Smith.
Is that a prediction or a?
No, that's a fact.
Oh.
All right, already announcing the
Dang!
Patriots pick.
Okay. Definitely would. Sorry. That's a solid pick right there. I gotta give him credit.
No, that's good. If I were the Patriots fans, I'd be happy about that. Aw.
They have they have like 3 Jones cornerbacks. Miles Bryant,
but he's a slot.
Jalen Mills.
He's bad.
You're saying they have a lot of people.
They have Jack Jones, don't they? Jack Jones.
They have like 3 Jones at corner.
I have to say, I think it's kind of savage. I hate the Patriots' life, but they went from 14 to 17, and we're not afraid that Washington was going to take their guy, even though Washington went corner. I mean, they must. This is where like the
Maybe they have similar grades.
But this is where the NFL community must be like so inclined. Like they must have had some kind of information. You got to think.
Maybe.
I mean, we're now at pick 18 for the Lions. They just took Gibbs, which is just a horrific selection. I still think it's funny that Gonzalez almost lasted to Detroit in 18. We thought that they might take him at 6.
Less than 10 picks away from the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, this is the position where like maybe they could trade their 3rd round pick this year to move up. That's kind of the similar, I think, points.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't because I think the board's falling. Honestly, the board's falling pretty good right now. Other than offensive line, definitely seems to be kind of the options kind of dwindled out. But with the receivers that are probably going to be left coming up, I think they could get their guy if the Hopkins trade doesn't happen.
No, absolutely. I have the Bills walk out of the tunnel song on right now just because we're within 10 picks. You know, had to switch it up a little bit. But the Lions are back on the clock. Do they whiff again?
I mean, listen, they traded away T.J. Hawkinson. Do they go Dalton Kincaid?
What do you think, Mike?
Or Michael Mayer? Do they go tight end?
I could see that. I still think they're gonna. I bet you the draft's gonna be quicker.
Still?
Yep.
Well, Levis is on the board.
Levis, the fact that he has not gotten picked yet.
Is this kind of a, like
maybe they see, like, because honestly, if Hendon Hooker hadn't gotten hurt, he probably.
He'd be 25.
Oh, now you're the ageist.
Okay.
He probably would have been the Heisman Trophy finalist.
I'll take that.
So maybe they see him taking like a redshirt year because they'll have Goff, and then next year they roll with Hooker, and then he'll be 26 and in his prime. So maybe they think he'll be a win now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's
We'll see.
I'm anti that. I'd rather have.
Oh, is he gonna wear number 0 for New England? It's gross.
I didn't even think of that.
No, they don't have a number 0, right? Not yet announced.
I don't believe so. You know, honestly, God, though, New England's probably the one place that wouldn't allow someone to wear number 0.
Yeah, Belichick would be against that.
Yeah.
They let Judon wear 9.
They also paid Judon what, $60 million?
Got to keep him happy.
Yeah.
So I really don't know who the Lions are going to pick here.
Then Seattle's coming at 20 right here.
Yeah, they already picked in the beginning
Did they pick
too.
Witherspoon? So
Yeah.
They could get like Miles Murphy or something.
No,
Yeah.
but they could take Levis too.
Yeah, they could. If Levis,
Oh, yeah.
would Tampa Bay take Levis as a backup?
I mean, not even but they could have beat up Baker. Like I think I gotta say, these next 3 picks, Levis has to go. I mean, if he doesn't go after these next 3 picks, man, is that brutal.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are officially at another TV timeout while waiting for the Lions to make their pick. So we're going to follow suit, and we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back as soon as the pick is in for the Detroit Lions, or not in, just as soon as the TV comes back. So we'll be right back again, and thanks for watching, and keep watching the Buffalonian Podcast special of the 2023 NFL Draft. And we are back with the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special. The pick is in for the Lions. We're going to see what happens here.
I'm going to make the prediction right now. It's Jack Smith-Schuster.
For the Lions?
I just have a feeling.
Oh, you do? Do you have a feeling? Is that feeling's named Jeremy Loss? Is that a feeling?
Well, what? Jordan's out the first 6 games. They have Amon-Ra. Cephas is out.
Is Campbell in there?
That's what I'm saying. They don't have that wide receiver too, and they could use a guy that can get open. I mean, Amon-Ra's
they
so
could
low.
use Gibbs as wide receiver.
Well, you're not wrong. I just think if somehow the Bills can get by these next couple picks without Jacob being taken, and like Levis goes or quarterback goes and some other people go, I do think we're in trade up territory. Also, I don't even know why I'm so talking about Will Levis so much, but after these 3 picks, I think the only logical explanation for him to go.
Was he injured last year?
No, I think he 23 at Minnesota. Maybe they want to replace him for hurt.
Jackson.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Hammy? He was bad last year. This year, last year.
Goodell is up.
Wow.
Okay.
Will Levis is still on the board. Statistician, thumbs up or down?
No, he likes it.
He likes it.
Well, there's the day 1 linebacker, 2nd round dude. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. We were pro Lions. They are selling. They could have They could have drafted. They got the 34th pick or 34th overall pick. They could have picked this guy probably then. Maybe. I mean, he is the top middle linebacker prospect, but
Tampa Bay Buccaneers are
they
at
literally
5-17.
They literally could have drafted Gibbs at 18. They probably could have drafted Campbell at 34, and they still would have had 12.
At 34.
Probably, you're right.
Yeah.
They really got like
No, they
around players with the 12th rank pick. That's terrible. I mean,
talk
the
about
trade down was
screwing
good.
yourself. They're screwing
The
themselves.
trade down was good. Like you get assets.
Yeah, but from that point forward, the execution's been like if I was a GM.
Wait, like
The GIFs are coming in now.
the pick is in.
Pick is in for the
mean-
Bucks. Levis,
I gotta think it is. I mean, gosh,
you lost Tom
I
Brady.
guess we're just gonna continue to say Will Levis is going.
I guess we're gonna keep fumbling the bag.
Tampa
Is
19.
Will Levis there?
Yes,
I'm surprised they
Green
haven't like shown him.
they have a little bit. Yeah, not a lot. Tampa at 19, Seattle at 20, and then potentially Minnesota 23. If not, I think someone has to trade up into the first round to get him. Is that the Bills' option to trade down? Maybe some team. I can't believe Will Levis would fall at 27, but I mean, maybe that's how the Bills get assets.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if wide receiver, like if the wide receivers, we start going on a run here to 27. I don't think it's out of the question to be like if Will Levis on the board at 27, some team would want to get back into the first round, get the fifth-year option for the quarterback. Maybe that's where the Bills get the most value. What are your thoughts, big guy?
Sorry, just setting up.
I know you don't want to trade down, but I think if like we see Jigba go, if we see Zay Flowers go, if we see Jordan Addison go, and you're all of a sudden staring at wide receiver 4 at 27, and
Trade down.
and there's a team that's saying, hey, we want to trade up into the first round to pick Will Levis, you'll get pick, I don't know, 35 or something, trade back 8 spots, we'll give you like a late day 2 pick. That's another third round pick. I think the Bills should very much consider that.
I think I'm not opposed to that. I really am not.
Obviously, the board has to fall. We're 8
Yes.
picks away. A lot could happen when they picked as we witness, but I don't.
Hoop could hit the fan. It could. It genuinely could. Like things could go so sideways and just different than we
Tampa
anticipate.
might be weird to pick wide receiver here though, with Godwin aging, Evans aging.
That's
Maybe
the thing.
Maybe they want to trade Mike Evans.
Do you think they take Jigba right now?
I mean, potentially. I mean, they're just kind of an aging team that's in the middle of nowhere. They have Baker, so maybe they're just thinking if we got Baker, we could roll with the team we already have. We could make a run. I don't know.
Maybe in that division.
And another good point. But that division is wide open.
Thanks. Psyching me out.
The wake-up call?
A wake-up call. No, there's no wake-up call needed. I'm amped right now. I want to get to 27.
Wired?
I'm wired.
Wouldn't you consider yourself to be, as one would say, dialed?
I'm dialed in. I gotta say.
Here we go.
Goodell is on the
Rapid dial.
stage. Goodell is on the stage.
A defensive tackle out of pitch, right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick.
Hey, first 4 letters of his first name are my last name.
Wow.
He's an undersized GT that had a very good. He's like Ed Albert a little bit.
Yeah.
Not as good as Ed Albert coming out of college, but
Has the potential.
has
Oh,
potential.
kind of like Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick for the Bucks. I do.
Yeah, broke the fastest beat Donald's record for the 40-yard. I mean, this is a kind of a little bit of
Mentor. Aaron Donald's his mentor.
a little bit of a carbon copy, a little bit. I mean, I don't think he's as good as Aaron Donald. Obviously,
Aaron Donald should have retired after the Super Bowl.
That's
Yeah,
also
what a
true.
tough way to come back and just your team falter. You know
It's
what I
kind
mean?
of remarkable to see how, like, side by side, how close they are.
Their stature is very similar with one another.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting selection. Again, Will Levis, man. RIP the man.
I think they're hoping Elijah Kansas in the next Aaron Donald here.
How has Will Levis not been picked? I still can't get over this
I
right
don't
now.
know, but
We're at pick 20 right now, and he is not off the board.
But I gotta say, how does Seattle not take him now?
Right, you got Geno Smith, but how long is that going to
I
work?
could see either the Chargers or Baltimore taking Smith.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Will Levis.
Yeah, I was like, why would the Chargers
no,
take
no,
Levis?
no,
I was so
why would you
confused.
Yeah, Smith would be a decent pick.
Yeah,
Well, the Chargers need someone that can plug and play right now, though.
just realized I was supposed to be texting my brother every pick and have failed to do so. So
Oh well.
sorry, Jake, if you're out there listening somewhere.
Well, I mean, it's already 10:22. We got 9.
Yeah, so he's
Just
caught
try
up.
your 7th pick,
He's
guy.
caught up. Yeah.
poor kid. He's probably ahead of us.
No, yeah, he's probably he's already at pick 21.
There's a lot of clips of Hendon Hooker getting sacked.
Yeah. Whoever's cackling on this broadcast right now needs to get the mic away from their mouth. Like, seriously. That's all you're hearing.
I mean, you weren't wrong. We just kind of, yeah. Seattle already took the top corner.
Yeah.
Still think they could go D line, but with the interior, the guy that picked is going, maybe they pivot back to. I just don't know. I think this is Seattle's a weird team. What you talked about with Geno, they just gave him a $100 million contract, but that's kind of like 3 years. But I think there's a possibility where they pick quarterback right here.
Yeah, I think Levis could go to the Seahawks. In all honesty.
Well, I mean, we said that for like the past 5.
I understand.
I feel like there's been so many like spouts who said this should be Will Levis.
It should have been.
No.
How did Detroit not?
I can understand Detroit because Goff played pretty well last year.
Right. I mean, he's a good
I
quarterback.
think he could win with Goff, but
Shouldn't you think about the future, though?
Well, their 2 picks are trash.
Yeah.
Like, their 2 picks were very bad.
Wouldn't you have rather seen Levis and someone else be their 2 picks and been like, okay, they're actually like planning for something?
Yeah, I would rather have them pick Levis at 12 or whatever. And
Yeah.
Even if
The fact that
even
he's
if
not
they
off
had-
the board
even
yet.
if they went Levis at 12, Gibbs at 18, and then they were going to plan to select Campbell at 34, I think that's a better draft than picking Gibbs at 12 and Campbell at 18.
Listen, like you said,
Listen, it's a good
I
thing-
wanted to be a Lions guy tonight.
But-
I want to vomit, like talking
my
about their
guy,
picks.
it's a good thing. I mean, those are 2 Bills targets that we thought they were going to take at 27.
Yeah.
My only concern would be if they were decided taking linebacker. Like, are we going to get Trenton Simpson? Are we going to get Drew Sanders, the linebacker at Arkansas, who's more of a second? Those are guys that you could probably take at 59. So I don't want that. That would be my one concern as a Bills fan.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Here's the burning question most of Bills Mafia is having right now. We're at pick 20, roughly 3 minutes into their time on the clock. Is D-Hop at all still an option for Buffalo? Statistician, thumbs up or down?
Yeah, statistician stuff.
He's in the middle. He doesn't know.
I just think the board is falling right for the Bills right now.
You think?
I truly believe that.
They'll pick at 27?
No. Yeah, I think you have options at wide receiver. I just like how the board's falling for the Bills right now. But that's what you're doing.
No, I think it's
guys, comment down below who you think the Bills
yeah.
are.
If anyone out there watching,
7 picks away, so I think we have a pretty good end hitter who could be a nice one.
yeah, 7 picks away. Comment below on whatever platform you're viewing. You can type. We'll see it. Who the Bills pick, what they pick, the position, even if you don't know an exact person, who they should pick. We're in a TV timeout right now. We'll step aside for just a few moments before it comes back. It's inevitably going to come back the same time we go to a break. So with that, we're going to step aside for a moment, and we'll be right back with the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special. Just kidding.
Nope, you weren't kidding.
I wasn't kidding. We're going to break. Have a good one. We got Journey playing at the draft in Kansas City right now. Skycam, Goodyear blimp, maybe. I don't know if this is a drone or not. Can never tell anymore. The Seahawks draft room looks scarce. It looks like they're all huddled around a desk. Minute 15 left on the clock. They still have not picked. Still have not picked.
The pick is still not it.
Chris Pratt is a great guy. Unfortunately, a Seahawks fan. Not unfortunately. The Seahawks I can respect. Pete Carroll, good coach. Did well for a while.
This
But,
is like just the bottom.
This may not be what the Bills want to hear, but the DT room is like Brian Reese, the D tackle out of Clemson, Mozzie Smith, the D tackle out of Michigan. Like, there are some interior defensive linemen that might be available at 27 that I don't think we should be shocked by if the Bills, by the way. I don't think we should be shocked by if the Bills go interior defensive tackle, seeing that they have literally no one in that room signed past 23. So I know that might not be the premium position that we want. That might not be the pick. We want to go offense, but
yeah,
I do think there's a possibility where I wouldn't say we get shocked by that, but
They're just like.
maybe I don't know. I think possibility of tight end if Mayer and Kincaid are there. I think that's also maybe they want that pass catcher. But again, $13 million man, Dawson Knox.
right. And as Dom said, the pick is in, so we're just awaiting Roger Goodell to take the stage and announce the pick for the Seattle Seahawks.
I do have to say though, Nolan Smith is still on the board, the edge from Georgia. I think we all thought there was a possibility that Seattle would have taken Tyree Wilson, the edge out of Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I think now, they got their corner. Now this is maybe the possibility where they draft their edge.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's not a bad take at all. The mic, as you saw, just fell into my chest, but we are awaiting now the pick. Todd McShay giving his thoughts.
Oh, you unmuted. I was confused for a second. I thought you were just talking to yourself.
No, I'm not talking to myself. Don't worry. Chargers have 8 minutes, 18 seconds left on the clock right now.
Like, what are we waiting for?
I know. I don't know why Goodell is taking his sweet old time back there.
This must be like a long first name or some, like they weren't prepared for the jersey, like the Pranan.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, or they're just digging for Will Levis's name because they didn't even have a Seahawks one made for him. They didn't think he'd be back.
Well, that's
this
how
far.
they make them. They already had the nameplate.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm just joking. They didn't expect him to be back this far.
Oh, maybe this is.
All right, pick is in. Goodell's on the stage.
They seem to have like 6 high schoolers, so this might be it.
Yeah.
If I put 30 yards.
Congratulations on your accomplishments and your academic and football careers. Now to make the selection, please welcome Bethany Uribe.
I feel like with all these people, they got to go big, right?
Yeah, I think it's Levis.
With the 20th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Jackson and Jigba, wide receivers.
Wow.
Oh,
With Metcalf and Lockett. Wow.
That's a stab in the heart.
well, unfortunately, Jigba is off the board.
That's just tough. Tough with a capital T.
Tough with a capital every letter in that word.
Tough puppy.
Tough puppy.
You remember that show?
I actually TUFF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Secret Agents?
Yeah.
My only question would be, like, they already have Tyler Lockett. I guess this is their long-term replacement in the slot. Because Jigba is more of a slot receiver. Tyler Lockett is notorious for just being a slot receiver most of the time as well. So
It's interesting.
I mean, that's just. Well, listen, Zay Flowers still on the board. Jordan Addison is still on the board. I'm just gonna make the prediction right now. I think they're going to take interior defensive tackle.
You think so?
27. I don't know.
Plays baseball?
It's either Zay Flowers or that, in my opinion.
D-Hop is seeming less and less likely as we get closer to 27. And it's kind of sad to me, but
Are you crying?
I'm not
I
crying.
wouldn't say it's less likely.
You don't think so? You think it's still could
Because
happen?
I think they could trade like a day 2 or.
Let's put it this way: there's been no DeAndre Hopkins trade yet, so
Yeah, I mean, like.
Not
I don't
out of
think
the
it's
question
I don't
until it
think
happens, right?
Takes a first round pick package to get him. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Arizona traded the 34th overall pick to Detroit. So that trade down, it was like, the Bills could trade 27 for Hopkins and 34. That trade's no longer on the board.
Yeah.
So now it would be more of a third round. But I don't know. I think the longer we wait in this draft, the less likely the Cardinals get what they want in a DeAndre Hopkins trade, which will then lower the price. So I think it could be more likely. But it matters also what the Bills do here at 27. Like if they pick receiver, it's over.
Yeah.
But I think there's potential where after day one ends, we get the Hopkins trade announced, and I mean it could potentially be the Bills.
Yeah. Hoping to get Jake out here for the Chargers pick. Have him chime in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come in and be like, "WTF, man?
Yeah.
Counted on you, and you just let me down."
Yeah, I know. Might get
sorry.
chewed out on that one,
Why
but
is he Chargers fan?
so he's never been like. He's not like the bandwagon fan, like, oh, I'm a Brady guy when he goes to Bucks and whatever. Phil, our buddy Phil. He likes players, right? And Herbert, he's a big fan of Justin Herbert. So naturally, he's been around the team, like
That's not a
viewing
catch
the
in
team.
the NFL.
What'd you say?
That highlight wasn't a catch in the NFL.
Yeah.
You see the college rules that they're gonna not stop. They're gonna keep the clock rolling after first down.
Yeah,
instead of
it's going to be
undercuts.
rolling clock. But, yeah, I mean, Jake just kind of learned about the team and liked them, and there he is, a Chargers fan now.
Yeah.
Never been a Bills fan.
Since we were little, never could get behind them.
So I can't.
I mean, they were pretty trash.
They were. They definitely were.
No, I think this is safe. I think we're gonna see back-to-back receivers on the board. So I think it's gonna start falling not the Bills' way, where it's gonna be become interior defensive line and trade down. I think we're gonna get on the run here on wide receivers. Once one falls, usually the second one's not too far behind.
Yeah.
But again, though, a lot of people only had Jigba as the consensus first round grade, so maybe not.
Right. It is kind of a punch in the gut seeing his name way before the Bills pick. He almost fell to us, though. Like that's the thing. Like almost, yes. But the pick is in for the Chargers. We're just awaiting that now. But it is a punch in the gut. I would have loved to see him in a Bills jersey.
The air in this garage just needed to. We almost need to open the garage to get some more air in here after.
Nice 30-degree air while it's 60 in here from the warm
Is it
day.
really that cold out?
I don't think it's that cold.
Yeah, look at. We'll pull up a weather report right now for you at home. Actually, this is perfect. 46 degrees. Sorry, not 30.
Jeez.
Low tonight was 32 degrees. That's why my mind immediately.
I mean, you
went
kind of
to
got
30.
exposed there a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Let's see.
I mean, you're 14 degrees off.
Oh, tomorrow is 60s again.
Okay, now it is kind of chilly in here. You can
Yeah.
come inside.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not uncomfortable. I'm just saying it is nice and cozy in here. After the pick.
So now we await the Chargers. Who do you think they're taking?
Zay Flowers.
Still?
Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison?
Michael Mayer.
Think Michael Mayer?
Almost like Michael Marino, huh?
John Marino? Defenseman for the New Jersey Devils. I mean, another reason why as Sabres fans, we root for Lindy Ruff. Maybe we root for the last.
I feel
name
bad
Marino.
for William. Don't you?
Yeah, that sucks to watch. Not gonna lie.
Remember, it was like I still can't wrap my head. We're at pick 21 and he's not gone yet.
That's why they want Henry Hooker there.
I mean, I thought it was guaranteed. I thought 5 might have been. I don't know. I think it was bad for Hooker. Like if Levis was falling,
I told you. They're Spanish. I told you.
Who?
I said Hooker's gonna be a day 2 pick. Spanish, right there. The blue glass. We got blue glasses.
That's the owner
Yeah.
Playing Narcos. Edwin Diaz there or something? I don't know.
coming out on his crutches.
Yeah, he's announcing the pick for a team that's across the country. It is a banger of a song, Narco, though. I just gotta
I
say.
don't know if you can admit that as a Yankees fan.
I know. It is tough, but I mean, like,
Oh wow. Here's
Oh.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Thanos. All right, Goodell is on the stage.
Oh, wide receiver, but not the ones we were targeting. Let's go. I told you.
Let's go.
Wide receiver. but not the ones we won.
Those of you listening out there, the music is slowly switching to "The Boys Are Back in Town."
There we go. That's good for the Bills, but I think it is scary that we're gonna see a run receiver. But
That's a good pick for the Chargers.
he's solid, but he's more of an outside guy, and he doesn't, for being as big as he is, he's more of a yak receiver than an actual contested catches. So I know I wasn't a big fan. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very happy that he's off the board before 27. To be honest, I would not have been too happy if the Bills took him.
Yeah,
I think he was easily. I think he's below Flowers. I think he's below Addison, I think those were better receivers on the board. Heck, I would rather have Josh Downs, who is more of a second round pick than Williams. So Johnston. I knew I was going to butcher that.
You said a completely different name.
Well, I know. I was thinking of Mike Williams off the top of my head. So you gotta get Jake's reaction.
I know.
Wasn't there a rumor that they're going to get rid of Keenan Allen too?
Yeah,
But this is an outside receiver. This isn't even a slot, which doesn't make any sense. Especially if they're going to build around Mike Williams, who also can't stay
Keenan
healthy.
Allen a slot?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, he could do a little bit of both, but he would. I mean,
Mike Williams is their guy at this point.
Keenan Allen's still good though.
He's very good.
Baltimore on deck.
Eckler wants to get out. I know, doesn't he? Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. I think we're going to take a quick little break here, just to regroup a little bit, but we'll be right back with more of the Buffalonian NFL draft coverage in 2023.
Houston is like your click.
We are back. The Ravens pick is in. We're back from the commercial break, the TV timeout. No special commercials like the Super Bowl. I'm a little disappointed. You think they'd make a point to do that, but I guess
they
not.
had the Jonas Brothers on.
Well, there was the Vaughn one that never aired, but he put it on his Insta
Why didn't it air?
because he's bashing turf, artificial turf.
I feel like every player somewhat does, though.
Let's bring back the AstroTurf from the 90s. What do you say?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Then they can all wear their Jordans on them.
I do agree that like they probably should all be playing on grass.
Yeah,
There's so many non-contact injuries on turf.
But then again, is
Don't you remember
FedEx Field, is
don't
that
you
is that
remember
grass?
Don't you remember the Jets field a few years ago?
Listen, the statistician agrees that they should all be playing on grass.
Yeah.
Right, James?
He can't speak. He's eating his pizza. He's a civilized human that does not speak with his mouth full.
I believe stats do show that there are less injuries on grass.
Stats do show.
Oh, my-
Stats do
my-
show.
I've not searched it up.
A lot of bro hugs.
Stats show directly coming from the statistician.
What?
I don't know.
What was that?
we've seen a lot of questionable acts, like we
I love
found
the
out when
mic
Mike
just
was
in the
laughing.
shot too. What's that?
Yeah. No, that's straight the boom mic. Like it.
Look at that draft board.
I do have to say, watch out what they show the Bills war room before the selection is made. Because a couple years ago with Greg Rousseau, the pick got leaked because they had the sheet of get to know Greg Rousseau printed out already in the shot of the war room. So, FYI for that. You know. Oh, he's a banger. Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah. That movie's apparently pretty good. Out on Netflix. Whitney. Goodell's out pick for the Ravens is Zay Flowers.
That's what.
You called it, didn't you? Or no, you said the Chargers would.
Three?
Yep. Here you
One
go.
wide
OBJ,
receiver.
Zay
Here we
Flowers.
go. The run receivers.
14 siblings. Oh my goodness.
The run on receivers.
I like the suit though.
Drippy.
All right, trade down.
Turn down transfer and six-figure NIL offer.
Trade down for DeAndre Hopkins. That's what I think's gonna
So
happen.
is Zay Flowers actually gonna be a good receiver for Baltimore? Or is he another first round like Rashad Bateman?
I mean,
So they're moving.
Rashad
forward.
Bateman's pretty good. He just can't stay healthy.
Anyone else
They're
feel that the
moving
draft
forward.
slows down the closer you get to the pick you want?
So they're moving
They
forward
did,
with
yeah.
Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, Mark Andrews, J.K. Dobbins,
I mean,
Rashad Bateman.
Jordan Addison's available.
Wow, they really just said to Lamar, "We're gonna give you targets if you sign with us." And they give him Odell and Zay Flowers now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he's got supersized Converse on. Do you see that?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna say this right now. Sorry, everyone in the stream, but if I was a betting man, I think the Bills should trade down.
I think that's what's gonna
I
happen.
will say this though: Jordan Addison was a top 30 visit for the Bills, so I think if he's available, I think they might take him, the wide receiver at USC. I don't know. I just get a little.
honestly, I'm sold on Brian Breezy.
I don't know. He's just so small. I get concerned. Breezy's like the all talent. Like was a top 5 recruit coming out. Had the knee injury. Had pretty decent tape, but he could be more of like the potential pick at D tackle. So maybe not an instant impact player. The what?
Allergies.
Why are we interviewing him then? He's gonna be like itchy eyes.
No, he's gonna have these boogers all over the nose. Allergies have been bad this season, though. Stats. Have they been bad? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I haven't searched yet.
Okay.
Stats question: if you had to rank,
I don't have allergies.
if you had to grade the pizza 1 through 10, a rating, what are you giving it?
Probably a 6.
Oh,
Whoa, Buzzy's
Whoa.
is all-time pizza.
What is the problem with the pizza? And that's just making that above average grade. If you had to fix it,
No, I do appreciate the spices. I do think the sauce is lacking a little bit.
I would agree.
I would say the cheese is.
Where's Buzzy's? Where's it?
Niagara
Where?
Falls.
Oh.
I think needs a better sauce and needs a little more cheesy.
if you had to tell anyone in Western New York where to get a piece of pizza, where would you take it from Stats? What would you say?
Yeah, best pizzeria in Buffalo. Let's talk about this in between
There's
picks.
a lot of options.
Yeah. That's open in Niagara Falls as well. Stats.
Give us your answers down in the chat.
Yeah. Comment.
Top 3.
I don't know.
Apparently Pizza Hut's pretty big here.
Pizza Hut. There's no
Pizza
Pizza
Hut.
Hut.
There is a Pizza Hut. What are you talking
Not
about?
anymore.
It's open on Delaware Avenue. There was a line
Oh, there's
out the
another
door
one?
for
They brought it
multiple
back?
days. Yeah.
They finally
Did you
brought it
go?
back.
No, I didn't go. I tried. I tried.
Yeah, that's a chain. Like, that's like a Little Caesars. or something.
Yeah, they're bringing Pizza Huts back.
There used to be one on the island.
I know. Little League.
Used to go every day.
Like Rockies.
You'd go every
Day?
Okay, every week. I should say. Sorry. Hey,
There's daily Pizza Hut.
Listen, they had a salad. Listen,
That doesn't add up because you're like a twin.
Okay. Listen, yeah, they had a salad bar. Okay, yeah. And I gotta be honest, when I was a kid, I think I was a big pineapple on pizza kind of guy. So I'm not now. I just want to make that clear.
Oh my god!
I'm
I was
not-
just about to turn to you, and I don't know what was coming next with that.
I
Pineapple on pizza. Okay.
Lenova's pretty good.
Lenova's good. Lenova's played number one.
I do appreciate Blaze Pizza.
Ooh, yes, I do like Blaze.
I don't maybe Rockies.
I've never tried Rockies. I just know that Rockies has.
Rockies
isn't
gone.
open anymore.
What?
Rockies closed
They've
down.
been
Why
closed
didn't
for
they?
like years.
Yeah, they've been closed for like 2 years. Another company bought it and turned it to Rockies New York style pizza, and then
It's closed.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, and then they went out of business.
We live on the island. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Yeah,
tough.
that's where I used to get pizza.
Well, dude,
Yeah, they've been closed for
Rick
years.
Oven's all right.
John's because Caleb works there.
Brick Oven's all
I
right.
haven't been to John's in a long time.
Say cheese a little too greasy.
No, Blaze is good.
I like say cheese because of the
I do
thickness
like
of the
Blaze.
pizza. This turned into an entire pizza show now.
Yeah,
This is no longer an NFL draft special. It is, but
I will say this: 23rd overall pick, Minnesota. Nice.
You were at 30, you were at 30.
Minnesota. I
Yeah,
think
Blaze.
Levis
Personal
is a
preference
spot for
for
him.
Although,
They
they make
don't
it
think
personal,
Kurt.
right?
I don't think they're gonna be sold on Kurt being
Do
the
they make-
future.
Do they make full pizzas?
No, the craft yourself ones.
Yeah, I know, but like
3 minutes
I've
and
been
2
there,
seconds
but they don't-
left on the
they just do
clock for
personal?
Minnesota.
they don't
Pick
do,
23.
Like, full size.
I don't think.
Like you couldn't order a pizza like that size.
No, I don't think so.
This is very unfortunate what's happened the last 3 picks. I gotta say, because we are falling to the board of being the 2 tight ends being available. The Kincaid out of Utah, Mayer out of Notre Dame. We're gonna probably get. We're just gonna get player like the Joey Porter, the corner out of Penn State, still there. Like the people that are falling are not the people that I don't think a lot of people would be happy with the Bills taking.
Vikings should take quarterback.
Quarterback? Porter. Oh. Why not?
He's done more.
They're usually
Jay.
Joe worked there.
I did for a little bit. I worked at Pizza More. They have really good pizza. My favorite one from there, the old-fashioned Sicilian
The
style.
only problem is
The
sometimes they
barbecue
sometimes
chicken
burn it.
one was pretty good.
Oh, it's wood fire. I mean, it's
It's
kind
a
of
little it's a little inconsistent.
you're signing up for
The barbecue chicken one
wood
was good.
fire.
Yeah, but it's a little like it's good, but sometimes you just get a bad pizza. I don't know about that.
Make the South top.
Yeah, I agree.
Who did the Chargers pick again?
Zay Powers.
No, they didn't.
Chargers?
No, I'm sorry, Quentin
Quentin
Johnson.
Johnson?
Johnston. Like
Like
The
yeah,
gym
yeah,
teacher.
yeah, yeah.
Like our gym, yeah.
Now can we talk about our favorite Greek restaurant?
oh my god, that is you.
So the Vikings have 1 minute and 34 seconds left on the clock to pick. The Vikings team needs, apparently, which are no longer on the screen, so I'm going to eyeball what just happened. They're completely gone. Sorry, ADD got to me on that one. Could not remember.
The Jalen Carter pick got rated a C on Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
Oh, my medal! I forgot about
She
that.
is now
Do you still have that on?
Yeah, I didn't realize I had it on, to be honest. It's kinda
I'm gonna need that back for the meme value.
My dad's awake. What?
I told him. Jake Cali is happy about the Chargers pick. So, Will Levis would.
This is a long. This has got to be another. Someone comes out and out like a guest.
Pick is in.
This has got to be like another guess. 'Cause
You think?
Well, I mean, every time it's like taking this long. The Jets pick.
It's
the,
like
Seahawks second pick. Like every time it seems like there's gonna be.
yeah. We got camera crews in there on the phone, so we'll see.
That is an aggressive.
Yeah,
I mean,
they look excited.
That was an aggressive.
We'll have to see.
Bro hug.
The draft room is looking excited. So
Would you give a nice bro hug if you think you got a nice guy? Like,
yeah, I don't.
would
That
you-
looked more like I was making a move to hurt someone.
Would you
like,
make
that
a bro,
was?
Would you bro hug Brandon Green if you were in the room?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What about Terry? You bro hug?
Where did he go to college again, guys?
Who?
Bean? Remember?
To not spoil the trivia, I will not.
Yeah, I can't say right now.
I don't remember.
Do you remember though?
It's North Carolina.
Something North
Burlington.
Carolina.
Come on now. Again, they're just laughing into the open mic.
It's either Kirk Herbstreit or Desmond.
It's Desmond Howard, I think. They're both kind of doing it though. Dude, what have I been waiting for?
All right, the pick's been in now. It's time.
This is where the draft gets really annoying.
I remember,
Especially because we're waiting for us.
2020 draft when Goodell was in his basement eating M&Ms and was like lounging in his chair.
Dude, that was awesome. That was sick.
That was so funny. I was up to like that draft took so long.
That did.
I'm surprised there wasn't any.
It was like
major
12:30 when they finally finished that draft.
Well, I'm saying usually it's about 11 o'clock. When the Bills when the 27th pick is announced, it's usually around 11 o'clock.
And we're right on. We're pretty much. I mean,
Usually 11:08, so 13 minutes. So we'll see.
we'll see if it happens. Looks like we're heading to the stage now.
Where'd you see that stat?
What's that?
The 11:08.
Oh,
That's
my-
a John Loss stat.
Yeah.
A very welcomed one.
Wow.
Again,
It's the run of wide
I am
receivers.
just telling you right now. Interior defensive line of trade back is going to be the case for the Bills right here. If it's anything else, I'd actually be quite stunned.
Defensive or offensive line? You said. Sorry.
Interior defensive line.
Okay.
What about
No, I didn't. For
what
whatever
about,
reason,
like,
it
our
registered.
picks of DeJuan Jones and Cyrus Torrance?
I think with Cyrus Torrance, I would be okay with.
Jeremy says we should get Nolan Smith. I'm just telling you right now. I think everyone should be prepared for either a
Participated in same Maryland Youth Football League as Stephon Diggs.
I think everyone should be prepared for a non-skill position player on offense, unless it's a tight end. Maybe they pick Josh Downs.
That's 4 straight picks of wide receivers. Because Smith and Jigba, Johnston, Flowers, and now Addison.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's the proposed trade.
We told you. I think we said like once one falls, the second one, third one are gonna come gun down.
Proposed trade for the Bills. Arizona gets the 27th overall and Ed Oliver.
That ain't gonna happen. They already traded 34. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's too late.
Trade Jacksonville.
Oh. The Giants.
I thought it was gonna be the Bills.
I
for
thought
a
it was the
second.
Bills. It was blue. I thought it was Bills.
Did they move up one spot?
Bills of the East.
Oh wait, they have back-to-back picks.
No, that's the what's it called? That's gotta be like a what's it called?
No, what if they did?
No, that's gotta be like a delay on the trade. They don't know the pick.
You think?
There's no way.
Maybe.
What if they did though? What if they did?
I mean, what is their best second round pick? Like, no, they got no. That's gotta be like a Bear situation when they drafted 3-2.
I don't know.
It just yeah.
Howard Simon just tweeted, I love how every draft room gives a standing ovation to their pick. I would love to see a room where they're just throwing stuff at the GM and booing the pick.
That'd be fun.
Just change it up. Oh, Jacksonville, they switched it. You were right. There's a delay on the producer's end.
Not their fault. This is just. I gotta say, this has been incredibly unfortunate for the Bills. Last 4 picks.
Yeah, weren't you just saying a few picks ago that it's falling really well for the Bills too?
Yeah, make a jinx.
Thanks.
But whatever. I mean, I think. I don't know. I had the expectation though that this is where we'd be though for the Bills wide receivers. Like I already thought Flowers was probably gonna go. Jigba I thought was gonna be gone. I thought Addison was gonna be gone. I didn't know if Johnson would be gone, so I guess that's another guy. But I wasn't a big Johnson fan, so I think it all goes back down to Josh Downs being the best receiver available. Now is he the best pick available? I don't think so.
No.
Like I just think he's a second round pick. I think you can trade back and get him maybe.
Yeah.
But
Giants pick is in. Giants pick is in. And we're going to take a little eensy-weensy time out here with the television. If that's all right with you, gents. We'll be back when the pick is ready, rip raring to go for the New York Giants, the Bills of the East, as they should say, as they would say. So without further ado, we'll be right back with the Buffalonian 2023 NFL Draft Special.
Are we?
We are back in the Buffalonian draft room, and the Giants. Wait,
It is the Giants.
yeah, the
Right,
Giants
right.
pick is in.
Right team. You got this.
Okay, wait. I saw something else. I'm sorry. I think the Bills did something.
Okay. The Bills are on the clock.
Yeah, the Bills traded. Bills are on the clock.
Bills are 25. We're behind them. The Bills are on the clock. You traded up?
Yeah, we traded up to pick 25. I knew I saw him on the Jumbotron there. Bills are on the clock.
Here we go. What are they trading up for? I don't understand.
I don't know either. Again,
Who do you think they're trading up for?
Oh, that's my- I don't know.
gonna be Edge, Nick Yeri.
Nick Yeri's his edge. I mean, Nolan Smith.
Could be. I don't think I'd be mad at that. This is crazy. I was not.
Are we sure they traded up?
Oh, the Bills.
No,
Everyone's
it is trade alert.
Yeah, trade alert. Who is Bean going after? To the Bills.
I mean, we traded 27 to 24 last year. Is 27 to 25 this year? Is it the same price as a fourth? I don't know. I mean, it's got to be Nolan Smith, right?
Okay, this is it. It's the moment we've all been waiting for right here. 4 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock for the Bills.
That'd be cool.
I'd be okay with that. Kind of a slow, like a blitzing linebacker. I don't know, but who would? I just don't.
You'd have to like. You might take the Vaughn spot.
Well, they dropped. This is important that they purposely had to have thought Dallas was going to take him. You know what I mean? Like they jumped Dallas for a reason.
Yeah.
And they wanted to solidify this pick, so they wanted no one behind them to jump. But I don't know who is it. The tight ends? Like, are we thinking that they want one? Like they think they want? But I don't know. I mean, I don't want them to pick anyone until they can show that they can use Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
I hope they don't take.
Of course, they go to commercial.
We're gonna stick
every year.
We're gonna stick
every year.
We're gonna stick around for this commercial break
Every
and
year.
just chit chat for a minute.
Every
3
year-
minutes.
Every year they go to commercial before the Bills.
Believe me, I know. 3 minutes, 18 seconds now on the clock. for
I
the
would
Bills.
highly suggest not looking at your phones.
Do not.
Because I'm pretty sure my phone just blew up.
Do not look at your phones. Do not. We got comments coming in.
I'm actually a little nervous. I don't really know what to say here.
Be careful, maybe someone spoils it.
Yeah.
That would really suck.
Yeah, we just got trade comment. That's it. Okay. Just trade. Nothing else.
So it's got to be 27. Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
They flipped it. So, I mean, you got to think. I can't remember the picks off the top of my head what the Bills have, but you got to think that's fourth. Actually, I think the Bills had a decently high fifth. I'm not mistaken.
I'm just covering the.
Yeah,
So maybe they traded.
I saw a Bleacher Report before.
Turn it off. Just turn it. Why somebody
Put the phone face down.
We're 2:30.
Phone face down.
Maybe this is Bills 27, their fifth round pick. That's like 168.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is interesting. This could get.
I think this would have made. I just think this would have made so much more sense if we like Addison, Jigba, or Flowers on the board.
The pick is in. Oh, here we go.
I just don't know who they're picking.
I don't either.
Last year is obvious. Listening that they were going to chat the corner.
Yeah. This year it's not.
But you gotta say, when Bean was talking to Buffet earlier that he would trade down, you gotta think they had low first round grades. This has got to be a player that they have. Like they must have only have one or two more first round grades left. This has got to be the player. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
But then who is that first round grade is the big question. Like that's why I think it might be tight end.
I'd be mad if they drafted tight. Why would we keep? We don't even use our number one tight end.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It's either
That's
tight
what I
end.
said.
I think it's got to be tight end or Nolan Smith.
You'd have to change the
I think
entire
that-
offense.
I'm going to make my prediction right now. Nolan Smith, stat boy. Who you got? Nolan Smith or tight end, or interior defensive line. You can pick one of the three. Okay, Joe.
I wouldn't mind another tight end to add to Dawson Knox.
Okay.
I still say Brian Breezy.
Okay, so we got interior defensive line. And we got two tight end picks.
Why would you take a tight end?
You got tight end in mind, Mayer or Kincaid?
I like Mayer.
The soft hands.
Yeah.
And D. I got the stat boy.
I can't believe Steve Harvey is a judge for TV.
Well, unfortunately, with the passing of Jerry Springer, that had to change because he was Judge Jerry. So now it's Judge Steve Harvey.
I don't know. I'm so nervous right now because I think this pick is going to piss me off.
No.
No, he's a TV
God,
judge.
no.
Yeah.
Don't you have that expectation that this pick is going to be like a one that's going to be annoying?
Or
Yeah.
what if it's like something completely off? What if it's
Actually,
DeJuan Jones?
yeah, I didn't think of that.
Like I
Offensive
projected.
tackle?
Imagine.
I just.
Or Cyrus
here we go.
Torrance.
Yeah.
No,
Like I
if it's
predicted.
Osiris Torrance, I'm leaving this. I'm
Why?
throwing it out. That's a terrible pick. He's a
Or
mauler.
maybe it's Will Levis.
Okay, all right. If it's Will Levis, then I'll walk.
Just end the stream.
Yeah, end the stream. Good night, everyone. Podcast disbanded after that. Bill's Elvis right in the front. Familiar face for every Buffalonian out there. Showing Cardinals fans for some reason.
She has her thing. Like
At least they're making a pick. We all thought that there's a potential that they trade out of the first round. That would have really sucked. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Buffalo Bill.
original theme.
Original theme.
Bill.
They got us on the
Well,
jar
they're
of
not
buffalo
going to
sauce.
pick. Well, gosh, don't even.
There's the draft
Any
room.
spoilers?
Don't watch the sheets. Don't look at
Let's
their
see, we
sheets
got,
printed out.
we got Bean.
They're not
McKinnon,
even bro.
Terry.
They're kind of savage.
No.
Who cares?
Who is this guy?
Pete Thamel.
Never heard of him before. I think I will love this. He looks like he's chilling, so maybe put some mayo in that coffee earlier and he's just vibing.
The tape and the pre-draft interviews.
That does suck to just be sitting there the entire night. Like,
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Pick is in, and Goodell should be reaching the stage momentarily.
Even more brutal, walking across the stage on day 2.
Yeah.
Gino?
Yeah.
Didn't write back. And the pick. Goodell's on stage.
My heart's pounding.
I know.
The Buffalo Bills select Dalton Kincaid.
Why did we take a tight end?
I can't believe we're still here. These are the first tight ends before. Thanks, and they're celebrating in Henderson, Nevada, and Dalton Kincaid.
I don't like that pick. We don't even use our top tight end who's
They're looking for the pit. They're looking for the hat. Say it all the way at the bottom.
Yeah. I don't think they expected him to get picked by the Buffalo Bills.
I don't get it.
Comment your thoughts. I think it's time for us to make a phone call.
Who?
The radio station. Gonna hop on. I don't know.
I want to hear what they have to say. I'm a little speechless.
Yeah, me too. I mean, NFL channel loves it, I guess.
Well, I will say this: if we're going to, you want to mute this for seconds, like the TV.
Yeah. Now that we don't need to really hear what's going on.
I will say this: this has been a guy that's the consensus tight end one on most boards. I think Todd McShay said he's surprised he lasted this long. I think he had him as like a top, maybe the 10th overall prospect. Obviously, people have been commenting that NFL Network loves it. I'm not surprised by that. I think this guy actually is a solid tight end. And I think it's my frustration with the tight end pick is this. I think he's a very good weapon. And I think he could do a lot of things for the Bills. And the Bills did need to improve that second tight end spot opposite Dawson Knox. Because we've seen time and time again the last 2 seasons, Dawson Knox get banged up a little bit and miss time when you don't have a viable second tight end.
Yeah.
But the frustration is, like, you have to be able to use this guy.
Here's what I think. I think in press conferences we've heard Josh Allen even say we're getting back to something more familiar. I don't think this is a horrible pick because I think they're going to focus more on using their tight ends. And I think now that Tommy Sweeney's out of there, and yes, Quentin Morris and whatnot you had, Dawson Knox and this younger guy, I think this is a good... I'm not mad at this. I think this is an okay pick. I really do.
I think it's a good. Okay, the value is there. This is the tight end one. This is a guy that people thought was going to be in the top half of the first round. The value is totally there, and we wanted skill position. I mean, maybe they feel like they're reinventing the slot with a tight end.
Maybe.
This is kind of a guy that's not really like Mayer is kind of the complete tight end. Like Michael Mayer, the tight end at Notre Dame. He's the kind of guy that, you know, a little bit like Zach Ertz, like he'll catch, play in the slot a little bit, but a good inline blocker. Dalton Kincaid's more of a, I don't want to say Travis Kelce type, but more of a receiving tight end.
No, yeah.
And he can play more in the slot, so maybe they think that. I think they're a big Khalil. I think this shows that they're big Khalil Shakir fans. I think this also shows that they wanted to add to the offensive skill position, and they wanted to add 10. I don't fully understand the commitment to tight end. Now they've drafted a first-round tight end. They've now paid Dawson Knox $50 million.
Yeah, big money. Yeah. Use them.
It's all about, and again, maybe this is the thing of like they don't know if Gabe Davis is going to be around next year. Maybe they go more lean double tight end.
Yeah, I think that might be the way they're going. And
he has a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I mean,
listen. He also seems like he's a high character guy. They talked about how he, helped with the foundation regarding kids that have special needs. I think that's awesome. So
he seems like a great locker room presence and would mesh well.
I just
with
find
the
it comical that his hat was
at the bottom.
At the bottom, I'm like the third row.
Yeah. I mean, it's because why would in the beginning, the rumor was Bill's going for D-Hop trading down. And that, you know what I mean?
Mood says it's the 9th best player on the entire big board.
Yeah. So I think that was a good pick.
I should say.
Truthfully, I don't think that was an issue pick whatsoever. I'm happy with it. It's what I was hoping for. I wanted a tight end going into it, but I think.
Well, I think the thing is this. Final notes on PK. I know we're going to talk a lot about this next week, but this is a guy that's tight end. His name is tight, like his position is tight end, but he's more of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
This isn't a guy that's going to get an inline block. Like Dawson Knox is more of a legit tight end.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy that's going to play really slot receiver. And, we've been chopping at the bit for an improvement in the slot. I think they said to themselves with Flowers off the board, Addison off the board, Jigba off the board, the best available slot in their mind that could fill that need is a tight end in name, but really would help fill that void. So
yeah,
I don't think it's a bad pick. I think a lot of people are upset that it's a tight end, but I think if you really study his game, he's more of a big slot. And I think I just don't really understand the trade up. But I guess Dallas, you thought Dallas lose, with Schultz. Maybe they thought Dallas wanted him at 26 and they wanted to solidify that.
Right. No, I like it. I really do. I think it was a good pick. I'm excited to see how he meshes with the team, comes around, and where the Bills pick from here. I mean, we're going to be talking about it all next week. You're absolutely right. So I think we've got a good first rounder. I'm content. I'm happy.
Jeremiah says if this league allows Dalton Kincaid to play with Josh Allen, I'm probably going to get what it deserves. So, listen, I think the consensus is
good.
This is a big
commitment to the offense and the tight end position.
This is the weapons. I think the consensus is that this guy has potential to be a stud. I like it. I don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the fact of I don't love the trade up. But we don't know. I don't fully.
Dallas might have been interested, maybe, or something like that. So I don't know. It could have been anywhere.
They want offense. I think we all want them to go offense. I mean, our statistician over there, Jin, fit the call. Tight end. What a guy. He just knows stuff. This man. Take a bow. There's a reason. Bow. What a guy. So did you, big guy.
Yeah, I love it. I'm truthfully.
Well, you love it. I like it. I just don't. I'm not all the way.
You're not there yet. I gotcha.
I have to see a couple games.
Yeah.
I gotta see how they put them together. I also have to see how the rest of the draft works out. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're gonna step aside for just a quick moment here. The Cowboys pick is in, and we're going to just
actually the pick might be happening.
Pick might be happening right now. So we're gonna get to the Cowboys pick, then we're gonna step aside, and then we're gonna maybe make a quick phone call over to 91.3 FM. So we're gonna just hear what Roger Goodell, good old commish, has to say, and of course we buffer as soon as we unmute.
Massey Smith.
Yeah, they took Massey Smith, defensive tackle from Michigan. So I mean, for them, I really could care less about the Cowboys. I'm going to be honest with you. like this is where I'm at with them right at this point. So yeah. So we're gonna step aside just for a few moments here, and we will be back shortly. And thank you again for watching. And we'll be right back with some more coverage of the 2023 NFL Draft right here on the Buffalonian Podcast. Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Here, if you want to introduce yourselves one more time, just for our show, I'm playing you on speaker into the mic. So I'm here with my co-host Dom as well. Dom, say hello.
Hello, how are you guys?
I'm all right. Dan's putting his headphones on, so he has no idea what's being said right now. But nice formal introduction. I've seen you guys in action, but never had the chance to talk to you outside of Joe. So it's good. It's like, Joe, when worlds collide, man.
I know.
Yeah.
One of these days, you guys got to get on.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll sort that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the bridge we got to cross right now is the pick. We move up, swap first round picks with the Jaguars, and give up a fourth and take a tight end, Dalton Kincaid. I'll let you guys start out. I'm interested what you have to say. I'm still formulating, trying to figure out how I feel about it. But so why don't you guys kick it off?
Yeah, it's a similar situation last year when they traded up from 27 to 24 and gave up the fourth round pick to Baltimore to pick Elam. Obviously, they had, we heard all the rumors that they don't have a lot of first round grades among players, and Kincaid must have been one of the last ones on the board, and they must have been worried that Dallas at 26 ahead of them were going to take him. And I think it's a pick that I like. I don't love. It's a pick that's going to change the offense. And it's up to Ken Dorsey now to adapt the offense, which I'm hesitant that he'll be able to do. But the Bills needed to, win in the middle of the field more than they did last year and make it easier for Josh Allen inside the numbers. And I think Kincaid's more of a big slot receiver than a tight end. And it seems like the consensus is every national media loves the selection, loves the value.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're thinking of Dalton Kincaid, everybody was thinking that he was going to be gone as soon as he could be. Everybody thought he was going to go to Detroit to fill that hole, but Detroit does some wild card things that nobody ever sees coming. And here we are right now where the Bills get finally a number 2 tight end. We've been talking about this for years that they've had that hole. Remember, they lost Tommy Sweeney this offseason. No matter if you like Sweeney or not, or if he did much for this team, he was still part of that tight end room, and when he came on the field, he tried to do his best that he could. And now to have Knox, and I know people don't like saying, oh, well, you're paying a blocking tight end so much, and now you're drafting this guy who is like a Travis Kelce, a good pass catcher, and that could limit receptions for Dawson Knox. And right now, I believe Jacksonville is picking.
Yeah, the pick is currently in right now that they're waiting to announce.
They took Anton Harrison. So, but I think, Dean, the Buffalo Bills finally screwed over the Dallas Cowboys. That's how nice it is to say. And I know, yes, Dallas sometimes get what they want by people screwing them over, but Dallas drafted a defensive tackle I didn't even know anything about. Absolutely nothing. Never heard of him. I'm waiting for the Sean McVay clip of, oh, we thought we could take him in the 3rd round. I'm waiting for that to come out. But Joe, you guys said that you aren't really that happy with the pick. Could you elaborate a little bit more on,
Dom said he likes it, doesn't love it. I personally love it. Before we were talking,
with you, Joe.
Before we chatted about it, we just kind of were picking, and I called tight end along with our statistician Tyler here in the background. So him and I both called tight end, and I could not be happier with the tight end they picked because, truthfully, Dom put it very well before we took a quick break over here. He said that Dawson Knox is that fully complete tight end, where Kincaid is that receiving tight end who could possibly fill the void of a slot, and he's just a big wide receiver. So I do like this, and the fact that we've struggled in the slot position, and a big guy like this really could make that change. It's all up to Dorsey, like Dom said, though, if it works or not. That's just kind of how it's going to have to be, and I think we're going to see a big change, and I think it could work for our benefit, majorly. So.
Well, it's all about creating mismatches, and I think Dalton Kincaid is the definition of a mismatch. How are you going to put a linebacker on him? Are you going to put a safety on him when he's big? But I just think the real question remains is just it's all on Ken Dorsey's shoulder. Brandon Beane's got him this chip, this piece to use, but we've seen him all last year struggle to utilize his pieces to the maximum potential. I do think that the reason why I don't love the pick is I'm concerned, how are the Bills going to use 12 personnel? They don't really use it, double tight ends. I guess this unlocks the potential of Kincaid and Knox, but I'm still a little weary on the Ken Dorsey part of the whole selection.
Yep, I agree with you guys there. I mean, I like the player, but I'm a little skeptical of how he fits into the puzzle because he's not really much of an inline guy, but luckily you have Dawson Knox for that. Seems like, from what I've been reading briefly here in the time that I've had, he's, a fluid mover. He can run routes. He can, bring something to the table, whether it's in the slot or splitting out wide. So, I mean, he does have that mismatch potential, being, too athletic for linebackers to cover and too big to try and stick a safety on. But my biggest concern is just Ken Dorsey being able to incorporate him into the offense, and just the idea of extending, giving Dawson Knox all this money to not be utilized like the vertical threat tight end that he is, and then to invest a first-round pick in a tight end. I mean, I like the player. I'm hesitant because I'm not sure if Dorsey's going to be able to make it happen. But you know what? As far as the player, the talent, I mean, arguably the best tight end in the draft. I mean, Bean said if he wasn't there, they probably would have traded back. They thought Dallas was going to take him, so they jumped him and took him. But like I said, love the player, but it all comes down to Dorsey. If he can, figure out a way to incorporate him into the offense and use his receiving ability to our advantage.
Yes, and the Bengals have just selected Miles Murphy. Yeah, so
from Clemson.
Yeah. So I thought Rex Ryan was behind that pick, but I don't know.
Chris Brown even tweeted out about Bean trading up, and this is straight from Bean. He called the Giants, and they let him know that they were going to trade up. So as soon as he heard that, he called Jacksonville. They weren't sure, and they waited until they were on the clock, and they got it done. I mean, that's what I love about Brandon Bean. Brandon Bean calls his friends. He's like, "Hey guys, how are you? Haven't talked to you since the combine. You want to trade with me?"
What did they trade? Do you know?
A fourth rounder. That's it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
This year's fourth, number 130.
Yeah, it's similar. I don't remember what the pick was. I think 128 might have been the pick last year that they traded to Baltimore to pick up 3 spots. So
yeah,
it's similar value to what they did last year. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of Brandon Bean's MO of a guy that's not going to sit back and get his guy, stolen from him with 1 pick, ahead. So you always got to be thinking ahead as a GM. And the run of wide receivers in the early 20s was a little concerning. I'm not gonna lie, but they were still able to get a dynamic weapon. It's just as you guys have been saying, like, the value is great. I mean, this guy's top 10 on a lot of people's boards. Number 1 tight end, has the skills to be a really special piece in this offense. It's just the hesitation for me to give this an A+ is just we're really not going to get an answer of how great this pick is until September, October, when we get a couple of actual real speed NFL game action with Kincaid in the offense.
Yeah.
One thing I'll tell you about Brandon Bean is that he's always going to take best player available. I remember early on in his tenure here, a quote that he had. He said, "Drafting for need is a mistake that often sets franchises back for years," and that's something that he would never do as long as he was the Bills GM. He's always going to go with BPA, and I think that was the case here. And as you mentioned, terrific value, terrific player. Has the potential, especially obviously catching passes from Josh Allen, to do some really special things. But it's it comes down to Dorsey to put him in spots where he can be successful. As a big slot, or lined up out wide, or maybe even in the screen game. You see more tight end screens, that type of thing. So, I mean, hats off to Brandon Bean for going BPA, and it's up to Dorsey now. That's what you got to do as the offensive coordinator, put your playmakers in positions to succeed, and whether he can do that or not remains to be seen.
You're still listening to the Blitz on 91.3 FM, joined by the Buffalonian podcast. Are you guys in any way worried about Kincaid's back injury? That's a huge point. It kept him out of play for a long time last season, and he just got cleared on April 12th by his personal doctor and Bean said that the Bills doctors checked him out and they cleared him too. I mean, is that a worry in the long run, or at least for right now, as a first-round pick?
I mean, it's obviously a concern, but I think you had to trust that the Bills, as you said, got their doctors to look into, and they're comfortable selecting him and trading up and trading assets to go, select him. I think, yeah, it's always a concern when a player that caliber kind of has a little bit of a red flag in the medicals, but I think the Bills organization has always been really strong with injuries. I mean, we saw it last year how with all those guys going down, they didn't rush any of them really back. They made sure that they took their time to try and, get as healthy as they possibly can be. And that's also in season. I think off season, we've seen the Bills invest so much into, the facility and the training and the staff. And I think they believe in their culture and what their organization is built on, that the back injury isn't a big enough concern for them not to have selected him at 25th overall.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page with that. I feel like, if we verified it as well as the team doctors, I'm okay with it. I mean, people come back from injuries in variable ways, of course, but if our guys say it's okay and his guys do, it's all good with me. I feel like, and we've got time before games are played, so I feel like he's got some time to recover and whatnot, and ample time to be ready to go and figure out what exactly, if there are any more issues, needs to be done to stop them. So, but yeah,
his workload's not going to be as significant this year as it was, say, last year. Like, he caught 70 passes last season in college. He's not catching 70 passes next year. He'll lucky if he probably gets half that. I think maybe like 35, 40 would be more realistic. So he's not going to have to shoulder as much of a load offensively with all the mouths you have to feed on offense, depending on how involved Nyheim Hines is, in the offense. James Cook is going to catch a couple passes per game. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is going to get the lion's share of the targets. Gabe Davis, Shakir, depending on if he's able to break out. So it's not like he's going to be, constantly getting bruised and battered out there, because he's not going to be targeted all that much. He's going to be relatively low in the pecking order, I would imagine, especially to start out. So that, coupled with the fact that, we have an exceptional medical staff, training staff, facilities, and we've had pretty good injury luck these past couple of years. Really, last year was the first time in a while that we've gotten absolutely decimated by the injury bug. So I'm not too worried about it. I have faith in our medical staff. I don't see why there would be any reason not to.
And what the best thing is, the Buffalo Bills just quote tweeted a tweet from Skip Bayless, everybody's favorite insider.
Yeah, Skip was not happy.
Please let Dalton Kincaid fall to my Dallas Cowboys.
Nope, get wrecked.
No,
loser.
Now, the other question at hand, is there still a chance the Buffalo Bills trade for DeAndre Hopkins?
I think there's always a chance, right? I mean, I feel like it's tough, but the Saints also just picked Brian Brees as well. Brees, however you say his last name, defensive tackle from Clemson. It's another Clemson guy, Rex Ryan in the ear of someone else. But no, I think. Sorry, what was the question again? Sorry, DeAndre Hopkins. I think there's always a little bit of hope, but at the same time, the longer we go and the more picks we use up, I feel like the less likely in the draft it's traded. Maybe something comes later on, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. What do you think, Dom? Basically, going into it.
Well, I think, being quoted that if Kincaid was not on the board, they would have traded back. I think the option for the Hopkins trade would have been maybe surrounding them trading back with Arizona with that 34th overall selection that Arizona had. But once Arizona traded up from 12 to 6 to Detroit and traded that pick, it just seemed to me that it was pretty unlikely that a Hopkins trade would happen. If it didn't happen before the draft, it was going to happen in the first round after the 34th pick got traded to Detroit. So, I mean, could it still happen? Sure. Would I be shocked? Absolutely. Because I just think at that point, you just have so many mouths to feed. There's just not enough. There's just not enough to go around. I'd rather just see the Bills keep their draft capital. They only have 4 more picks left after trading the 4th round pick. So I'd like to just see the Bills add, to the spots in the draft that they think to have a current weakness.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think at this point, Gabe Davis has shown enough where you can have faith with him going into the season as the wide receiver too. Sure, there's been some inconsistency, but I think part of that could be attributed to injury. He was playing on a bum ankle for a little bit last year, so I think you have enough faith with Gabe Davis, and now you bring in this guy Kincaid, who can be kind of a weapon X as far as where you line him up. So I'd like to see him just hold on to the picks and address some other needs. I still think we need to look at offensive line.
Linebacker.
Yep, we need to look at linebacker, and then maybe just some depth pieces here and there, but maybe along the defensive line, late, perhaps cornerback, I don't know, but I'd like to see him hold on to the picks. I mean, if the market for DeAndre Hopkins completely dries up, I mean, I know this sounds asinine to say, but who's to say he doesn't just get cut outright? I mean, that could happen. He carries, a high cap number. He's getting up there in age, so if the market dries up, you might just be able to get him for free on the free agency market, depending on how that all shakes out. But I think we have a bevy of pass catchers, just apart from wide receiver, obviously with our running backs and now our tight ends, that we need to allocate those resources elsewhere. As much of a luxury as DeAndre Hopkins would be, I think at this point it's not a necessity.
Now, I did want to get your guys' thoughts on the one, I think, really wild card pick from this draft so far, if there weren't enough wild card picks already. Jahmyr Gibbs going to the Detroit Lions. I want to get your thoughts because, me and Tanner gave our thoughts and we were left astonished. We had no words to say. What were your guys' thoughts when that pick went over the air?
You could say the same for us. I mean, we had our hands on our head. Dom got up and walked away from the table for a minute. It was just kind of utter disbelief. Like we were talking about how we wanted to be Lions fans and we want to see them draft well, and they did not. Like we thought with the move they made right away that they were going to do something exciting, something good. Nope, they whiffed on 2 picks, and it was just we didn't know really what to say. Kind of speechless, I feel like, at that point. But yeah, not what I was expecting. And Dan, you're absolutely right. Wild cards, that's one of the many that have happened tonight. So I mean, I use the word exasperating or something like that. Like I don't know, it's something wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was smoke that he might be the pick at 27 with the Bills, so I was pretty relieved that he wouldn't at least be on the board for them to select. But
yeah,
I think we were both kind of shocked. I mean, they traded back from 6 to 12. We thought they were just thinking of drafting the corner Gonzalez out of Oregon, and I mean, they just make 2 of the most reach picks you could possibly have. Gibbs really an end of first round talent, and Jack Campbell really mid second round, and they got them both at 12 and 18. I just frankly was very bummed if I was a Lions fan, but luckily we were not.
Yes.
You guys, I think that's going to do it for questions on our side. I think we'll let you guys go while we wrap up here.
Oh yeah.
The draft. I don't know what you guys are doing.
No, we're going to wrap up as well. We're going to finish out the last couple picks and then call it a night after 3 hours and 40 minutes or whatever of a straight NFL draft. So
now, why don't you guys shout out your socials, tell the people where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Joe Cali, on Twitter at the Buffalonian, and of course on yours truly right here on the Buffalonian podcast. Dom, do you have a Twitter? At Dominic Loss on Twitter, and again, right on the Buffalonian podcast. So,
will we see tomorrow in studio, Joe?
That is up for questioning, just based on family scheduling, but most likely yes. So we can chit chat quite a bit tomorrow about all of this good stuff. So, but yeah, thanks for having us on, guys. We appreciate it. It's been quite a draft so far, and looking forward to talking about it over the next week.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, guys.
See you guys.
Have a good rest of your draft. Hope you guys.
Happy draft day. Alrighty, that right there was the Blitz crew on 91.3 FM WBNY. And we are going to take a quick break. The Eagles pick is actually in, so we're going to hold off on that. Yeah, we're still live. The Eagles pick is actually in, so we're going to just watch this pick, take a quick little breather.
No Will Levis, no Michael Mayer.
No Will Levis, no Michael Mayer. We got 2 more picks for you after this. KC, Pittsburgh, and then that will be it for the first round.
I don't know how I feel about... Actually, no, this is the last 2. This is one more pick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 32 is tomorrow, right? That's where they pick up.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, the Chiefs won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 more picks left. Will Levis, Michael Mayer. I mean,
Mhm.
Nolan Smith. One of those guys is not going to be selected in the first round of the draft.
That's crazy. Will Levis not being selected in the first round is criminal.
I mean, trade capacity happened.
Let's see.
Yeah, because the Steelers traded this for a second-round pick, the Bears' second for Claypool.
Yeah.
That's bizarre to see that 30 seconds going to be a second pick. That's just.
I know. This pick's been in for about 3 minutes, though. They need to announce it.
No, they already drafted Jalen Carter, the interior of the tackle.
You went with like a 90s newscaster voice there. Did you hear that?
I was in the middle of like a
little lump in your throat.
Yeah. Hopefully it sounded cool. I mean, the picks after the Bills kind of whatever. Miles Murphy, Bruce.
Yeah, we got some guests. Oh, Dude Perfect's out on the stage.
They're Dallas fans, though.
I thought so too.
Oh, it is down to Kelsey. I don't know how the Chiefs fans are going to think that she's wearing green.
This is an interesting pick already. They got a big coin. Oh, it's got their faces on every side of it. Oh my God. Okay, this pick needs to be announced. In green, she's cheering for the Chiefs. Donna Kelsey announcing the pick.
Is announcing both picks? Yes! He doesn't go to the Chiefs. Let's go.
Look at that.
Come on.
Nolan Smith.
Nick Wright on the Fox Sports guy was.
Oh, don't even. Yeah, oh my God.
Like 3.9, we have Nolan Smith.
He's got his green socks. Whoa. Aggressive bro hugs tonight.
That's his name. That's Nakobe Dean.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the linebacker for the Eagles that was next to first round. No, third round pick last year.
Wow.
I guess that's why you're so amped.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I guess that explains it.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to step aside here for a couple minutes, and we are going to come back for the last pick of the first round for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're on the clock, 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, and we'll be right back with the finale of the 2023 NFL first round of the draft on the Buffalonian podcast.
Yeah.
We've got the statistician for the final pick. Jen, she's here. The final pick of the first round of the NFL draft.
31st overall.
31st overall.
Thanks, man.
Will Levis. Who do we think, in all honesty here? The Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions.
Michael Mayer.
What do you think, Mike?
I don't know. I feel
I
like they'll
really-
draft like a wide receiver. Maybe they'll go with Downs, like you were saying.
You think?
If they
Yeah,
reach,
replace
he's like a
Juju.
reach.
Why would you ever replace Juju?
Listen, yeah, it's bad juju for them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The stats tell you it's a big loss, huh?
Bad juju. Oh my god. Oh, here's the tomahawk chop.
Yeah, just the taunt that somehow we still allow.
Take the Colts hats off.
Did you just see? Like,
Yeah.
that was random.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna put everyone out. This is.
Yeah, this pick's going to be dragged out now.
What time is it? But I don't think we get this pick until 11:55.
You think 3 minutes are going to go by?
Yes.
Should have just kept
Donna Kelsey up there. I agree.
Yeah, they should have picked at the same time. Just rambled through.
Nope, and there you go.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Shea has 2 tight ends in his top 5 available. They're just never going to make this pick.
Nope.
We're at 53.
Come on. And with that, that's going to end our coverage. We got the Goodyear blimp floating up. Like, come on. Or drone. The Goodyear drone.
Do you like the second?
Yeah, I do.
Huh. Nice.
You want?
No. What's 79? Is that your heartbeat?
No, that's my battery percent.
What's 79?
His battery percentage said 79.
Oh,
He's
his
like, what's that,
watch.
your heartbeat?
Maybe.
Is that low?
Isn't that pretty, isn't that
79
pretty quick?
BPM's all right. No. Quick's like 100.
Is at 94.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. Oh, it's going down.
Ginger, you're live
No,
over the
it
airwaves.
won't back up. It won't back up.
All right.
Oh,
God.
Clark
Gotta
Hunt.
show the Lombardis
How
with
many
the
seconds away we
fingerprints
do?
all over it. I couldn't
we're
clean
like
it.
45 seconds away. 45
I hope it falls over and the football pops off the top.
Oh,
Maybe
so
so.
close.
Who's this guy?
The owner,
That's the owner.
Clark Hunt.
I almost said it was Brett Veach.
Looks like he don't know.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Felix Enrique.
Oh, the edge from Kansas State.
20 seconds.
Edge.
Well, I think the Bills. I gotta say, we lucked out, people. That
I think we
Nolan
did.
Smith went 35th because I think Nolan Smith would have been the pick instead of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm. It's a decent pick for Kansas City, I
I'm
guess.
just as an ND fan. No ND players picked.
Unfortunate. It's very
and
unfortunate.
Meyer literally broke all the records at ND. Doesn't get picked.
He'll get picked in
Well-
the second round, easy.
Yes,
But it's not the same. I understand what you're
it's
saying.
just not the same. It's just
Ugh. But round 2 tomorrow. Without further ado, that's going to end it for this special edition of the Buffalonian Podcast, our NFL 2023 first round draft special. I'm Joe Callie, and I was joined by Dom Loss, Mike Marino, and our statistician, Ginge, back there. Dom, Mike, and Ginge. I don't know if you can. We always do a Go Bills at the end. So if you want to hop in with the Go Bills while I get our outro ready to go.
go Bills, baby.
Go Bills.
Go Sabres.
Go Bills.